What's going on, everybody? It is the Scene Snob Manhattan. I'm just giving you a heads up. This special episode was part of our 8-hour Save Brady fundraiser, which you can catch in video form. But it's 3 segments broken up. The first hour, then we had halfway point, and then we had a final hour because Casey and I both hosted this. So I figured I'd edit them together and I put them out as a podcast. So it's an extra long episode. It's about 3 hours. Please enjoy. Let us know what you guys think. But there were some fun jokes. There were some fun people that we had on the show. So enjoy, and we will talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Junior Mafia in the house representing all day, every day. Y'all know what the deal is. With the loud all day, yeah, Brooklyn in the house. We ain't going nowhere. Don't go, daddy, no, baby. Check it out. Representing for the non-nickel.
It's the Save Brady 8-hour live fun-a-thon with your hosts, Mick Manhattan and the Madman Casey Plott, your Scene Snobs.
Hello. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're very excited to have you. Wow, we made it. We did it.
We're in jackets.
We're fancy, man. We're fancy. Oh, even got a little something hidden there for y'all, the little Scene Snobs button. If you're all interested, I'm sure we'll find a way to get them out in public consumption.
I think some people can win some tonight, too. And some keychains, maybe. And more.
So many exciting things.
There is a lot going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining in. This is the Save Brady 8-hour Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Changing it up. We're just going to fight for 8 hours.
Who can survive the longest?
I'll be right back. I got to get to Casey's.
Oh, gosh. This is going to take a while. It'll just be stuck with me for about an hour and 15 minutes. So,
man, we are in our tuxedos. This is actually a tuxedo.
This is too, man. It's got the shininess and everything.
No.
I got my little buttons. Dude, I found this shirt, and I was so excited because it's the one that you put the little buttons in and everything. I was like, I thought I lost this. And I also realized how much weight I've lost since I was sized for it.
I realized how much weight I've gained since I've sized for it. Thank you for pointing that out.
You look glorious. You wear it so well.
Well, thank you. Am I a Harvey Specter or what? That show is stupid. But you know what show isn't stupid? Our Save Brady Fund-a-thon. We are here. We're here to save Brady. Now, if you don't know who Brady is, I'm going to share some pictures with you. Look at this gorgeous little pup.
This glorious young lad with that unfortunate eye infection. And we're hoping to be able to press on tonight and make sure that we're able to raise enough so that our sweet little baby face Brady is going to be able to get the surgery necessary to take care of that eyeball.
Yes, so that way an infection doesn't spread. We won't have any issues. We are here to save Brady. So basically, here's what I'm going to do. Before we get started, I want to show you. If you go to the scenesnobs.com, all right, let me pull it up so that way we can share it with everyone. If you go to the scenesnobs.com right here, you'll see that we have a link. You can click on it and it takes you straight to the GoFundMe page for little Brady. Help take care. We have so many people helping. We're at 670 now. We're over the halfway mark. And tonight we want to get them there. We want to get them all the way. And we have a show filled with tons of fun. We have great show hosts coming on, guests, the whole 9 yards. We are packed to the gills tonight. And Casey and I are going to be here to guide you along the way. We're going to play games. We're going to talk a lot of crap. It's going to be so much fun. So join in. That's the most important thing. And if you can't donate, oh, wait, no, I kept the thing up. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. No one's saying it, but, everyone else.
No, everybody's thinking it. I've already messed up. But
which bodes really well for that 1 a.m.
You're supposed to be the...
No, dude, it's great because it bodes really well for the 1 a.m. hour.
Oh, God, I can't wait for the 1 a.m. hour. We'll be here all night. So I'm going to take that off for now, put us back on. So we have a great show. We have lots of people coming on. One of our first guests who I'm about to bring on is Brady's not owner, Brady's best friend, man's best friend, and that's what Brady is. That's Mitch Glasgow. He is with the Carpool Shenanigans show every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m., following Scene Snobs podcast. You can check them out, and they are funny as hell. Raunchy,
they are.
Funny guys. And Deanna, not just guys. I should be
Peoples. Folk.
Folk. I like folk.
Humans.
So throughout the night, I'm going to be commenting the GoFundMe link. You can go check it out. You can help out. Everything, all in between. So do me a favor. Make sure you guys are donating. And if you can't donate, which we understand, it's hard times, maybe anything like that, please share the show, share the link. Let's get Brady that surgery he needs. That's what we're here for. We are going to do this. I have the utmost faith, but we have a lot of people joining in. I'm the Scene Snobs. Who's that? Loving the bow tie. I'm loving the bow tie too. It's so Casey. Although Casey, you are getting to that point where you're kind of not the hair. I love the hair, but you remember the Great Adventures guy who would dance?
Oh yeah,
yeah. You got the suit, man.
Six Flags. I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. It's dangerous when I have short hair. People always say that. That's why I had to go with the rimless glasses, the frameless ones today. So it didn't quite make me look too much like that guy.
I love it. I just love it. That's all I know. Podcast guys here. Thank you, Tim, for joining in.
Love you, Tim.
Wanted to point out, I didn't play those to talk about the beef. I'm bringing worlds together tonight, so that way we can save Brady. That's what it's all about. So everybody, oh no, you're good. Keep talking, buddy.
A shared experience. You know, we're all coming together, and we're bridging gaps to save Brady.
We are bridging gaps to save Brady and make fun of ourselves a little bit along the way. Jason Taylor's with the Three Geeks will be on later tonight. He's a little bit underdressed. Aha. Your fault. Ready for this long night of awesomeness. Oh, Zach, we're so ready. And, of course, that's my man Fred. He's going to be on two times tonight, and he's going to be bringing it. I need another set of ears. I have you guys in on one and Jeff in on the other.
That's incredible. I hope we're on the left brain. That's all I'm worried about.
I'm just glad you're supporting. Has there been a name drop yet? Do we know this? We need name drop check-ins. So I will have up the feed tonight, so that way I can keep bringing it up and we can see where we're at. Right now we're at 670. We're at 620 last time I checked, so that's awesome. So you can donate. It'll pop right up. We're going to play games tonight. We're going to do everything else. So
I also do real quick just want to mention to Zach's comment, that's kind of what I was going for, and also always my fear with the red tie. Everyone equates it to Pee Wee Herman. My other option was my Dungeons and Dragons dice tie, and I figured, let's be a little more upscale. Bring a little class to this place.
You always bring class wherever you go.
Thank you, darling.
I will say, without further ado, I want to bring Mitch on to talk about Little Brady and exactly why he set it up, what's going on with Little Brady, and what we're doing here. I'm going to play there. He's from Carpool Shenanigans. Again, it's another great show, so let me play their intro for you. I'm so rocking out. Mitch, what's going on?
Mitch, hey, buddy.
How are you guys doing?
Marvelous.
Good, man.
Oh, fantastic.
How are you this evening?
I'm pretty good. I got done working on a car, and I think I'm feeling pretty good. So
that's awesome. Well,
solid way to end your Friday. I like it.
How is Little Brady?
So he's doing great. I got an update today, and he always tells me, he's like, man, that dog, he's always playing around. He's always feisty. He's just a fun loving dog. And he shows me videos all the time of this dog, and he's so adorable. He really is.
Nice, man. Well, yeah, we are pulling for him tonight. That's what we're here for. So what exactly is going on with Brady so people out there watching can connect with it?
Brady right now, so what I found out was, so the owner, he was playing with them, and he was like, grab his head, and then he would just, you know how you do with dogs, you just play around with them. Anyways, he found out, because he found out that Brady was getting mad every time he touched that left side of his ear. And so he thought, and he was getting really mad. So he thought, maybe he just, doesn't like being touched right there or something. But when he went to go to the vet, can you just go ahead and check out something's wrong? It seems like something's up with his right side, I guess. It'd be his right side over there. And then that's when they found out that the eye had that abscess behind its eye. Mm-hmm. So what they're going to have to do is he's going to end up having to get it removed because of the infection, because it's just going to keep going, and it's just going to keep going. And eventually, we all know what will happen after that.
Yeah. Well, it's such an important thing too. I mean, and that's what, we've been telling everybody as we've been going on. Brady does need this surgery. It's $1,200. We're more than halfway there. So everybody, please, if you can, donate or share. Just please, anything you can to help out. You can share the show. You can share, the GoFundMe, whatever else. The scenesnobs.com has it up. Just links everywhere. So please go and donate or share if you can.
Absolutely pushing to do everything we can for this young lad to make sure he has the best life going forward.
Absolutely. So.
And I do, and I really appreciate this going on the show, because you guys are really pushing this forward, and I really do appreciate that, especially everybody that's donated so far, that's donated and helped out with the show. So I want to say thank you to everyone, really, that's put this thing together, especially you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And usually I don't do usually things like this. If you've ever listened to our show, we're pretty R-rated, but I don't usually do these, help people out. I mean, I help people out, but I don't do donation things really too much. And so, but this guy, that the owner of the dog, he was just, his dog, his other dog was like 14 when he died, and it was like 3 months before he got this dog. He was just devastated over his dog dying. So he ended up saying, I think it's time to move on, get me another dog just like it. And I even helped him get the dog. I helped him go through the sources of trying to find one, and finally he found this one, and was born with that bad eye. And so, but he says, man, it was just, he got the dog, and he loved it ever since. And then he found out that, and I could just tell something was wrong that day. And I said, what's wrong? And he told me, and he says, we might have to end up putting the dog down. And I said, let me see what I can do. Let me get a hold of my connections.
Well, you got a lot of people in your corner, man, and help Save Brady for sure. So, and it's so important, man. Yeah. And I appreciate you coming on tonight and hanging out with us and letting us know about Brady. So is there? Why don't you pitch a show real quick? Just tell us real quick what it's about. I have it up, so it's here on the Scene Snobs channel every Tuesday at 10 p.m. I have down, but it's actually 10:30 p.m. So. Glitch number 1 tonight. Should have a counter, like in the corner.
Well, so my show, Justin and I's and Deanna's show. I always call her Deanna. She gets so mad at me every time I do that. So what we're about is Justin and I, we decided we wanted to do a podcast, and he goes, we should start one up. We're funny when we talk. And I said, come on, man. I said, nobody's going to listen to us. And he goes, let's just try it. So me thinking, this is just one of his spells of just, he'll get over it in like a day. And all of a sudden he calls me up and he's like, "You ready? Equipment?" And he goes, "Well, we'll just use our phones." And I said, "Oh no." I said, "But we'll try it." So we did our first episode outside of, and Justin and I, we carpool together. We used to carpool a lot together. And now that, the economy, we switch different buildings, and then he went to a different day, and we just sat there, and I was like, well, what can I talk about? So, I did all the research trying to find out what we were going to talk about, and I found the subject, and it was the laws, the most absurd laws in the United States. And we went with it from there. And Justin, he was just all stoked about it. He's done so far as in like getting the show out there and letting people know. And honestly, all I do is write the stories. Justin does everything behind the scenes, everything from the marketing wise and everything like that. Mick, I don't get on Messenger very much, and I don't talk back. So Justin's really behind the scenes making it. Pretty much what our podcast is I find these interesting stories, funny stories that we could talk about, and we do it. And we try to make light of it. If it's even a dark situation, we try to make light of it. And we just try to make people laugh from, even if they're just going to work, we try to make their day, because, why not listen to something funny, cheer you up on the way to work, make you laugh, get into work, you're in a better mood. So that was our whole goal. Our whole goal was, we just want to make people laugh. We just want to bring people humor and laughter, because especially in these times, what else more do you have?
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true. And I got to say, personally, I love y'all's show. I think y'all are hilarious. So I'm a big fan of being able to listen to you guys. Thank you all for being part of this channel. Much like you, Mick does all the heavy lifting around here. So I just show up to look pretty and, occasionally make people laugh. That's it. That's the whole thing. So you guys are fantastic. And I'm so excited that we're able to do this for y'all, because this is one of those times where we really need to come together as a community. And I think the last year has taught us that ability to come together, and has really shown us, how to come together. So it's very important, and I'm glad we're able to do this. And can't wait for y'all's next show. And it's going to be a wild night, so strap in.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. Is it 2 a.m. yet? Because I'm kind of tired.
We got a little ways to go, buddy. A little bit.
Justin may be doing the heavy lifting, but you guys are doing fantastic with your show. Yes, I'm a big fan, and we're happy to have you on the Scene Snobs for sure, and happy to help you.
Well, thank you. We're trying different things. We brought Deanna in because we thought, our female listeners really aren't there too much, and we want to be able to have female listens a lot. So we brought her on. We had a lot of people. We had a few people we were looking at to try out, and Justin gave me her name, and he said, let's have a conversation right off the bat. And it was just great ever since. So it's going pretty good, but we have a little kinks to work out. We still have things that we want to try to switch up and try to do differently, and we're just going to get better over time.
Oh, absolutely, and I got no doubt about that, my friend. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming by tonight and talking to us. I know you got the kids and he just got off work, so. We will continue, and we're going to check that. And you keep watching that counter, because I'm guaranteeing we're going to see some headway tonight. I'm sure. I hope we get all the way there. We're going to work on it, but we're going to work as hard as we can to get you there.
Nothing but up to go, buddy.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to be sitting here watching your guys' show all night, because I watched your guys' show the other night, and you guys were hilarious. I just kept laughing every time you were like, well, have you watched that movie? And you were like, no, I haven't watched that movie. And I just could not stop laughing. I was like, these guys are amazing.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I just try to keep up with him. He's always doing all this stuff.
That you watched.
Well, I do the best I can, honestly. But I will, I just really appreciate you guys allowing us to do this. You guys have been helping us out all week, you and Justin, to get this all situated and help me plan. But thank you again for coming on tonight. We're going to get this done. We're going to try and make you laugh as much as we did the other night. We're in suits. How much more can we do for you people out there? Come on.
Well, we could be naked.
I know you.
All right. Well, if that's the case.
Not yet.
All right. Yeah.
We got to work our way up there, man. Come
for
on.
Every $100, I'll take off an article of clothing. How's that?
I don't even need that much.
All right, fair enough.
I do have to say,
right.
the last episode I did, I actually did it without my shirt on.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. So yeah, but I got money first, man. I gotta get the money there, and they much more want to see you do that than me. But
I always mess that up. I can never remember if I'm supposed to get the money first or I enjoy being in my birthday suit. What can I say?
Well, we'll be all right. But anyway, anybody who's has a problem sharing on Facebook, make sure you head over to the YouTube. Go on the Scene Snobs YouTube channel, and you can share the YouTube. Please, we'd really appreciate it if you could share the show so that way people could see it. Share the GoFundMe link or the scenesnobs.com. Tell them that there's a link on there for it. All around for everybody. So, Mitch, thank you again. We're getting ready. We're gonna have another guest coming on soon. Getting there. But yeah, stick with us, and we'll be here all night. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
I
really do appreciate everything.
Anytime. Take care, bud. I kicked him off early. All right.
I know. You just launched him, man. What was that? Is that what you're going to be doing all night? Like, all right, later.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here. There's buttons. I gave you access. You should be doing this.
What? No, dude, I'm still scared. I don't want to mess it up. I'm not going to sit here and press the wrong buttons.
You'll mess it up. I'm messing it up. What do you think's happening here?
It's important. This is the important thing. We look great messing it up.
We do look great. We do. I look like a detective who's had one too many donuts.
You legitimately look like Harvey Dent is at a fundraising event.
I thought you were gonna say what's his name? The other Harvey. He was in the cartoon too. The animated series. Bullock.
Detective Bullock. That's actually who I meant. You're Harvey Bullock at my Harvey Dent.
I want to be Harvey Bullock in Gotham. He was a lot. I liked him a lot more. I get the little fedora going.
Yeah, he was a good one. I appreciate that. I'm still going to be the Harvey Dent. Vote Dent.
I'll take it. All right. The podcast guy says, I'm still not okay with you guys all dressed up.
Neither am I, Tim. It'll be coming off throughout the night.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait till the first break when we're off camera.
Costume changes
galore. But I will take off an article of clothing if you guys donate $100. That's legit.
Oh, yeah. As you guys donate more, we will definitely get more outrageous with our outfits.
You will see my nipples if you do this.
True. You will not see mine because that's illegal, but I'll have Band-Aids.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure some sort of sexual favor for money is a problem, and being naked and this not being an OnlyFans.
I'm not getting the money.
Oh, valid. We're not getting money. Oh,
I'm getting no money from this. There's no pay. I get nothing. Oh, so Lord. I'm just taking off clothes for. It's not even like a sexual favor.
Depends on who you're talking to.
I guess
it'd be a favor to me.
All right, but don't say that, or else I'll get in trouble.
Damn it! All right, I won't say it in future.
And Justin says, listeners and erections will go up for sure.
Absolutely, they will, Justin. Nothing like a good hey-o.
Oh, Katie, what's going on? Thank you. He looks more dapper than I do.
Oh, stop it. With your hair, look at how great that hair is. Come on, it's fantastic.
Just put a little gel in.
Dude, I had to brush mine down last minute because I realized I looked like a crazy orchestra conductor. So that'll probably be happening after the first break. I'll just let this bad boy free.
I'm nothing if not all about small business, and I just want to let you guys know, Katie, if you follow her, that is her name over on Twitter. She is a fantastic artist with some really cool stuff that you can pick up. So definitely go check her out. She is amazing. Thank you for watching, Katie. And comment along because we're going to be here all night. We're going to be here all night.
All night long. Like Lionel Richie, we'll be crushing it.
All night long. I don't even care if I get sued. I'll take my donation away if you get naked. I'll tell you what. If the donations go up higher, I'll put on more clothes.
Whatever works at this point. I mean, whatever we need to do to get Brady's eye just gouged out of there, surgically, of course, not like Mick in the back alley or something weird. That
I don't care. I don't care what happens. If it's more clothes that will get Brady the money, I'll put them on. 100%.
We'll just do onesies all night. I don't know. We got options.
I have lots of options. So we'll be fine. I got no problems with that.
Dude, I found my Stormtrooper costume. Not even the Stormtrooper onesie, legit costume. This is gonna go. This is gonna be a night.
You know what I'm really mad about?
That Brady isn't saved yet.
Well, yeah, but you're not wearing the costume. I think that's what I'm most upset about.
Yet.
We got an update. We're up to 690. We want to thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're going to be here all night checking in, making sure that this pup gets the surgery he needs because we love puppies. We love puppies. We love cats. We love all animals in between. I don't even so much like eating them anymore. That's how much I love animals.
Yeah, valid. And we also have a crack team standing by the phones waiting to take your call and donation. So please remember to wrong thing. No more phones. It's a website.
We have no phones.
Yeah, no phones.
We have no callers. We have nothing. I think we're pretty much out of it. When do the Jerry Lewis movies start?
Oh, easy boy, get with the Floygan.
Dino is. Oh, why did I not get Dean Martin to come on?
Good old Dino with a hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pleasure to see you all tonight. Let's go ahead and make sure we have a big Zang Zoom time.
Gotta get the head wobble. That's amore. I tell you, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never hosted one of these before. I'm really trying, but I feel like we're nailing it.
Yeah, of course we are. It's us. We constantly we walk around foolishly with victory in our eyes and hearts every day.
No, I don't do that. But I do feel like I'm nailing this. Not in a great way, but like in a good way. Just need like a bunch of fake phones ringing in the background.
That would be awesome. Yes. And then walk through randomly and be like, now here's Tina. And Tina's answering your calls. Tina, who you have on the line right now?
Well, Tina, tell us your story. And Tina starts talking. It's like, all right, we're going to go check those
Thank you so much. Now we're going to go back to the big board.
Like for the next one, because if this is successful, we will do more for charity. I feel like the next one is when we'll get the telephones in the back.
Oh, absolutely.
Our production value will go up quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I tried to actually find one. It is very difficult to find just an old school phone. It's like, why is it so difficult to find these things?
Well, Zach, it is Scott's thing, and that's who I meant when I said I should have gotten Dean Martin on here. But I didn't, so we're going to mock it. And we're glad we're making everybody laugh. We were supposed to have a guest on at 6:30. Not quite sure where she is yet. She might be a little late, but we're going to keep on pushing through.
Darn tootin' we. Yes, that's what we do. We make it uncomfortable for everyone around us as we continue forward. So, as we continue forward, do we have some research or something we'd like to discuss, like having abscesses? What's the commonality of abscesses in animals? I was curious about this myself, so I decided to look it up. And unfortunately, well, no, I don't. My screen is still loading, so I have to wait for that part.
I don't want him. I want me. No, I don't want me. I want you.
No, but I don't want me either. Not yet. What are you doing?
Now you're up there.
Oh, okay. So you see, folks, unfortunately, abscesses in animals seem to affect upwards of 70% of all animals. Dogs especially, making about 30% of that total number. So it's so important to make sure we nip an issue like this in the bud. And it's vital that they get this surgery required. Otherwise, it can grow, fester, and potentially burst, killing any and all animals to whom it affects. That, in turn, breaks hearts of any and all people who have ever come in contact with it. What?
90% of the time, it works every time.
That makes no sense.
I still love that quote. I don't know why.
It's an amazing
quote.
quote.
Live through the quotes.
That's pretty much what we do. It's just movie quotes back and forth. So that you
just
see,
be awesome and do movie quotes. Sorry, I'm screwing up your medical advice.
it's okay. I like it because it still intertwines. It fits. So due to the fact that these tend to affect so many people, could you imagine if your animal or loved one had an abscess that needed to be removed and how you would feel? Well, put yourself in Mitch's shoes and make sure to go donate. And that way you can help save not just Brady, but everyone around Brady who's been affected by Brady, who's been touched by Brady. Thank you. And now we return to your local programming.
I emphasize, Casey is not a doctor.
Not professionally.
Smart guy, but he is not a doctor. So don't listen to us, whatever you do.
Or listen to your heart.
Yes, listen to your heart. In fact, do listen to us and go donate for Brady. That's the way this works. I got to stop saying things.
Oh, and then Jason has still one of the greatest hashtags ever.
Prevent a John Wick, save Brady. That is the hashtag for tonight. I want everybody out there sharing it. Prevent the John Wick, save Brady. It's going to happen if we don't save him. Because
that's absolutely true.
I can't believe Casey can't diagnose our mystery boils. He could. He needs WebMD. And
no, I don't go to WebMD because everything is like cancer. It's just everything is cancer on WebMD. It's terrible.
But isn't that like 1 in 5 is right then?
Give me like a couple Grey's Anatomy books, give me a couple seasons of Scrubs, and we'll figure this out. Cardiac infarction all day. Let's find it.
And now for our new trick, and that is Brady Vision. Save the puppy, save the world.
Don't you want to save this gorgeous, wonderful, amusing, sweet little dog? Because if you don't, you're a bad person.
I do want to do that. Well, it is after 6:30. I know. We have a very special guest. We have Shayna Amster, the host of Girl Interrupter podcast. I'm going to bring her on now. Shayna, what's going on?
Hi, Shayna.
Hey, how's it going?
Amazing. Welcome to our Fundathon. I've coined that phrase.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you.
So tell us more about your show, Shayna. Girl Interrupter podcast. Where can we catch it? What's it about?
So it is a podcast. It's just like conversations with mostly strangers from the internet. And I edit it heavily and I add a lot of sound effects and it's super fun.
Now, do you do the, because I saw on your YouTube, the animated, like the animations that you do you do those? Do you make those up?
I do, yeah.
That's really awesome. That was really cool to see. And made it really fun to watch. Like our shows are just us, so it's a lot less fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's a lot of work, but it's super fun for me to do. It's a project.
That's fantastic. So when did you start getting the idea for your show?
I just during quarantine, I was just bored and
weren't we all?
Aren't
we all?
And I like to talk, so I was like,
and you got the talent
podcast. Thank you.
So, so what are some topics that you would normally have on the show?
Mostly controversial things that need to be exploited, I guess.
I love it. All right. Is there anything right now that controversial that you want to exploit?
Nothing in particular. It usually just comes about in random conversation. I'm good at doing that. So
nice. Now, when you're going through and you say you choose people from the internet, are you usually looking for the straight up trolls, or are you trying to find people who just have a decent opinion?
I'm willing to speak with anybody who can maintain a conversation and who's very opinionated, so that we can just talk.
Valid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I've been doing comedians recently because I like comedy. So.
Oh, who are some of your favorite comedians?
My favorites. I like Amy Schumer. She's hilarious. But I mean, I don't know all of them. Like John Mulaney is really funny. Yeah.
And he looks a lot better in Suits than we do.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he does.
For sure.
Boy, he's got a butt that won't quit, I tell you.
He does have a butt that won't quit. We love John Mulaney here.
No, he's super funny.
So, so tonight we are, I don't know how much of the story or how close you are to Brady, but we're out, we're trying to raise the funds so Brady can get his surgery tonight. and we're also shining a light in different shows that are coming on. So, we appreciate you so much coming on and just helping us out and just kind of helping share everything and stuff.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun. I'm always down to talk. So.
Now, Shayna, have you ever been affected by an animal in your life? Have you ever had one touch your heart?
All of them.
And do you have a preference? Are you a dog person, cat person, all animals?
I like dogs. I'm like a dog person.
Well, that's perfect for you because tonight we're trying to save Brady, a cute, sweet little puppy who needs everyone's help. Yeah, look at that little guy with that eye infection. So anything anyone can do.
Real word. You keep using that word, and I don't think it means what you think it means.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. It's infection. I definitely checked it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can trust me.
I think that's the medical term.
See, thank you, Shayna.
He knows the medical. He's still not a doctor, though. I'm not letting you tell people that. All right. So we are. Our show is kind of comedy, but we talk about mostly entertainment industry stuff. Is there anything we're big on movies, TV shows, stuff like that? Is there anything you're watching now, or any movies that you're highly anticipating?
I'm kind of I live under a rock. I don't I just make my own stuff, and then I don't really watch anything. I have a really short attention span as well, so that's not really helpful when it comes to movies.
Yeah, it can get hard in that first 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's
the commitment thing is a lot.
And I think that this happened for me throughout being in quarantine and just being I can't focus on a movie.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Absolutely, yeah. And so, do you do live at all, or are you all?
I don't. This is the first live thing I've ever done. Mostly because I edit so much, you can't do that during a live production.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what days do your new episodes come
out? Thursdays. There's not really a set time. It's basically whenever I finish editing it, I just publish it. Yeah, but it's every Thursday.
Awesome. All right. Well, everybody, make sure you're checking out. Go check out Girl Interrupter podcast. It's out. Brand new episodes are out every Thursday. I saw you over on YouTube, and I'm assuming we can find you on all podcast platforms, correct?
Yes.
Is there a site or any social media that anybody can follow you on?
Yeah, you can find all of my links on girlinterrupter.com.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Over on the Scene Snobs, we will definitely push that and
thank you.
Get you some more followers and stuff like that. And you're always welcome back anytime you want to come on. And I know you may not be into movies, but we'll play games or have fun. That's what we do.
I know. Next time I'll come prepared. I'll watch some movies or something.
Oh, you don't even have to worry about it.
I'll watch some trailers. Trailers I'll do.
There you go. Oh, we could do a trailer show. Yes. I'm always down for a trailer show.
I mean, those are short enough. So
a good old should you watch it segment.
Yeah. Is this worthwhile?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this worth the time investment? Sorry, go ahead.
How long? No, you're fine. How long have you been into art, into the artistic side of this?
Just the editing or the animation or
the animation part?
That was kind of recent. One of the people who I had on the show he's like, oh, you should pay for Fiverr to someone have somebody do some animation of it. And I was like, oh, I could probably figure that out. I mean, it's not real animate. I don't use any of these fancy programs. It's kind of amateur, and the way that I do it is really rigged, but it's fun.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I wish that there was an easier way to do it, but there probably is. I'm just not patient enough to learn it.
That's very fair, though. It's so exciting too. Just starting your own podcast. So, how many episodes are you in right now?
20 something.
Nice.
Yeah. So
wow.
I started in August. I do it weekly. So, yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And so, is there any big topics that you have coming out soon, or that you're getting ready for?
Honestly, I don't really prepare a lot for the show. I mean, I'll have some general topics that, if the conversation gets dull, we can do those. But what I end up using from when I go back and edit is all of the stuff that was not on that list of what we decided to talk about. It's just kind of, it's very organic, and it's but the stuff that is not planned, that's usually what I end up using. It sounds better.
Nice. Okay. I like that. That's nothing wrong with improv conversation, for sure. But so what, going forward, so it's every Thursday, Girl Interrupter podcast. Go to girlinterrupter.com. You can go check it out. We're going to check in real quick. I want to see how we're doing for little Brady.
To the telephones.
To the telephones, yeah. Or to the screen. 710. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Climbing slowly but surely.
I love it. All right. That's what we're here for. We're here to save Brady. That's the big goal right now. And we're here to
do this every week. Save a new puppy.
That's going to be a thing. I got a feeling this is going to wind up being a thing. We're just going to constantly save animals.
Not every week.
Yeah.
Monthly.
Okay, monthly. I can commit to that. That's better, actually.
But
it has to be all about the puppies. We can't do like save people.
No. Humans can deal with their own stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
We're here to help the helpless.
Exactly.
But not humans.
No.
Yeah, if a helpless human, that like it's fine. Just leave it. It'll figure it out. Like,
we have to vet how helpless they are before we decide if that's acceptable or not.
We need to create some kind of criteria, but we still shouldn't fuck with people. Like, let's just only save the puppies.
Well, the worst is if you're in the middle of like a show to try to save a person and someone tries to talk shit about the person, that probably wouldn't go over well.
Yeah, no one's going to talk shit on a puppy. You don't have to worry about anybody not liking it or,
Yeah,
And if they do, we boot them. That's not even a question.
100%.
Yeah, anyone who doesn't like dogs, though, is like, there's something wrong with them.
I 100% agree. What was it? Bill Murray's the famous line of I trust dogs when they don't like somebody, but I don't trust people when they don't like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with a dog. I love dogs. But and I love this dog, Mr. Brady. He is a wonderful little pup. Look how cute he is.
So cute.
Look how cute this little pup is.
He's
just wonderful.
So darn golly gosh, Williker's so cute. Look at that. Just that other good eye. Look at how cute that good eye is.
The bad eye is good too.
Bad eye is good. Bad eye's got to go, unfortunately, but bad eye, all of them.
So they're fixing it? Like, does he have cataracts? Like, can you see it all out of it?
So he's actually got an abscess that's been growing in there between the ear and the eye, that cavity area back there. And unfortunately, if it continues to grow, will actually affect his brain and he goes bye-bye.
Aww.
So that's why being able to get this eye, taking the eye out is the way they'll be able to go in, remove the abscess, and then he'll be good to go from there. So live a full, wonderful life. Yes, send money.
For Brady.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, everybody. So remember, you can go to the GoFundMe page, which is in the comments, or you can go to the scenesnobs.com. We have a link up there straight to it. And just donate. And like I said, if you can't donate because times are tough or something like that, that's completely fine. We completely understand. No guilt, no shame. Just please share to people who may be able to help. So, let's get to that. Let's get to where we need to be with it and really help this pup, and survive, really. Like, it's what it's coming down to. He needs the surgery. So, that's the main goal for this evening.
After the surgery, are we going to be like for next month? What about like Brady's college fund?
I'm down for Brady's college fund.
Yeah, I think that's important that we start thinking about that.
Absolutely is. We want to start early because that compound interest. Time is the best way to gain money.
It's very expensive.
He might be able to get in based on a disability. You only have one eye.
Well, that would not if it's resolved. Maybe we should think about not doing this. I'm just kidding.
I think we should move on to
I'm just kidding. Okay.
But yeah, no, you know what? This has been a great time. I think we are getting sets. We have, oh man, everybody's coming in. Stay out, people. Stop coming into the green room. Kicking people out, sorry. Everybody wants to help this pup. But yeah, so Shayna, tell us a little bit more before we got to get going, just about your show. Like,
it's the greatest thing in the world, basically, besides Brady.
See? So, I mean, you can't fight that.
Yeah.
You got two of the greatest things in the world.
Brady
right
and then Girl Interrupter, and then everything else, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. And after Brady gets the surgery, Girl Interrupter goes right.
Yeah, I would love to have Brady on the show sometime.
Oh, I hear he's wonderful for interviews. We couldn't book him right now, just a little ill. So
yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
And he wasn't
in the future when he gets better.
Exactly.
He
Oh,
didn't want to
absolutely.
be on the show. In fact, he said we're chumps and he will not do our show.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought we weren't going to talk down about him, man. I know
I'm
he
not
had some
talking down
attitude
about
towards us.
He talked down about us.
But he's sick, so
Right. Maybe he's just broken
excusable.
right now. Maybe he
Exactly.
doesn't feel well.
No,
Come on.
dogs get like a little cranky when they're under the
Yeah,
weather.
it's understandable.
Mhm.
Mick.
I know. I speak dog, so
Oh, well, that's
I'm a
look,
bitch myself. So
go to Girl Interrupter and learn how to speak dog. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Folks, check it out.
You should do like an extra 10 minutes on every show and just teach people how to speak dog.
I can. I'll add a segment in at the end.
Love it.
Or start another YouTube channel like dog tutorial.
Puppy
Language.
interrupter.
It'll be Rosetta Stone as well.
I'm
For
not paying
puppies.
$400 for this.
And then by breed. Like you get the husky howling. That's a good
Mhm.
one. For
Oh,
advanced
God.
classes.
Yeah.
You got to get a website started, and it's just like you can go by dog. Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you
put it
gotta
on my girlinterrupter.com just like as a link on there.
And then link it back to the Brady GoFundMe.
Yeah, and
Oh, no,
then
we're gonna
it'll
be done with
all,
that
I'll put the links, all of them.
tonight. Well, I appreciate that, and thank you for stopping by, Shannon. This has been awesome. I can't wait. I've
Is
checked
it
out
over?
some of your show. Oh yeah, well we're moving
Okay.
on. We have another guest coming in, but we appreciate you stopping by. And
Oh no,
being
thank
part
you for having me. It was fun. Let me know when we're doing college fund.
Absolutely.
I would
We'll have
definitely
you
like
back
to know
on.
that.
Yeah, that one's important.
If not the college fund, we're going to get you back for the next pup that we help.
Okay. Or that.
Pups all around.
Okay. And I want an update on Brady.
Oh,
We
we will be giving
absolutely
them. We will be giving them nonstop.
all night long.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you, Shayna.
Thank you very
Have a
much.
Have a
good
good
one.
one.
Take care. Well, everybody, so we are getting set. We have some more guests. I mean, we have guests coming all night, so we've got a fun schedule planned for everybody. We are here. We're dressed up nice, not for long. We'll
Speak
figure
for
it out.
yourself.
Although I said every $100, we haven't quite made that goal yet, so I don't have to take off an article of clothing yet. But we're getting there. So
Well, and you don't do this thing where you're going to be like, aha, I took off a cufflink, because that doesn't count.
I don't know wearing any cufflinks today. I left them open.
Oh. So you're not? So I guess I'm the only one with the big Gallifreyan cufflinks? What?
Yeah.
Hey, you can barely see because this shirt is small.
I still have my TARDIS cufflinks from my wedding.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Doctor Who, baby.
They're glorious.
Donate Mick will watch Suits 2 more times. No, he won't.
You sure?
Finally, someone attractive on my screen.
Oh, you talk about us, right, Fred? Right?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up now. So we would be the attractive ones he's talking about.
Oh, it's true.
LuLaRoe 2004. Welcome. Says
Hello.
Hi. And Facebook user says, wow, not help a kid. We'll help a kid.
We'll help the helpless.
We help the helpless. It's all in jest. Don't worry. We're not going to leave a kid hanging. All right. So, we got one more. And I step away from the screen for a little while. Okay. Well, I'll put them back. There you go. You happy? Cool. And we're back. All right. It's all good.
Just keep messing them up. Well, it's because it's messing me up, because if I try to point at you, I don't know where we are.
Oh, I missed this one. That would have been a good one.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think Brady will major in? Airbudness.
Sociology.
No, Airbud. He's going to be the next Airbud.
No, he won't. He's got one eye. And now, look, I'm not saying
Not yet.
that he can't do whatever anyone else could do. He can dog as much as any other dog could dog. So just because he's handy capable.
Oh, no, I'm trying to make it work. Paw capable?
Paw capable?
Paw capable? Because he doesn't have a hand.
Yeah, that's valid. Claw
Listen,
capable?
everybody, we're here all night. They're not all going to be winners.
hey, we're looking for the 1 out of 3. All right, the 1 out of 3 works.
I left my coffee upstairs. I haven't slept. And I'm going till 2 a.m. We're not even done with the first hour yet. And I'm waiting on the next, because I still have to wait on one more. So.
I thought you were all about kicking people out, and now you can't get anybody in.
No. I can get people in. Don't worry about that. They have the link. But I can't bring them on until everybody's here.
Valid.
So Can people donate even $1 a piece and then share the GoFundMe link? Those individual dollars add up. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I'm not quite sure how it works, the GoFundMe, in terms of dollars. I don't think I've ever donated $1, but because I'm rolling in it.
Yeah, no, you can definitely donate $1 because some of us aren't rolling in it.
Well, I'm not really rolling in it. I was just kidding. 9 minutes until the top of the hour, and we have 7 more to go. Thank God we have other shows coming on because we're not that good. And
I was literally just going off of my looks. That's all I've got going for me for this first hour. So after this, I'm sure I'll get funny, but
wait till you see this by the end.
Could go either way. Oh, by the end, we're going to be glorious. The
God,
delirium is the best.
When we did the 8-hour show on Thanksgiving, I thought I died. We went to
Actually,
8 a.m.
Funny thing is on the story on the actual show, if you rewatch it, you did. There was a brief period where you just kind of slumped in your chair, but it was fine. You came back and you nailed it.
Dude, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I keep choosing 8-hour shows to do, and I'm not that interesting.
No, but they're a lot of fun to do because we just get to talk outrageously and speak on all sorts of manner of things, like Brady. Now, another thing to bring up real quick, because today was a big day for a couple reasons. Did you happen to catch that there WandaVision finale?
Yes, I did, but we're not supposed to give out spoilers until.
No spoilers. Just curious how you felt about it.
Actually,
what's your feelings?
I'm going to say a spoiler if everybody doesn't donate right now.
Oh yeah, we can hold them hostage. Wait, no, because then we lose listeners. Uh-oh.
Okay, all right, we won't do that.
Our viewer number just dropped in half.
All right,
everyone bailed.
Everyone's bailing on us. I'm sorry.
Well, and we also have, and Tim, yeah, I definitely understand that. Sorry, buddy. No, I'm just curious of your feelings if you had seen it.
I have seen it. I made sure to watch it this morning because I knew it would come up. And I was very happy with it. I was very happy with how it kind of all came about and where it's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're doing a fantastic job. Very excited.
So let me fix one thing here.
Just one?
Just one.
All right.
Just one.
Well, that's pretty good for the first hour. Only one thing to fix. I'm okay with that.
You keep talking. I'm going to.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about Brady. As wonderful as we look and as glorious as we are, and quite frankly, as nice as I smell, and Mick, you look like you smell wonderful as well. Today's about Brady. Tonight's not about us and our wacky repartee and our ideals and our hopes and dreams and considerations. It's about one thing. It's about saving this dog's eye.
That's legit.
Well, we're actually not going to save the eye, unfortunately, science. But we will save his soul.
Will we? I don't want to think that standard.
I'd like to think so because, well, you figure if he lives, he's going to be happy. So happiness fills the soul, right?
I guess so, but I don't really know either. So I'm
pretty sure. See, this is where we need Shayna back because she can talk to dogs and tell us about whether or not they have, souls to be lifted up through joy, or if it's just food, which I could believe food as an option there.
I believe everybody was running into a bit of an issue with the Facebook footage. And if that is the case, move over to the YouTube channel, the Scene Snobs YouTube channel. We are... yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm catching updated news.
So yeah, as am I. Apparently Mitch has a little piece on us.
So we are just making sure that we are accessible to everyone. I'm working on that now.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it, buddy. That's very kind of you.
We should be back up. So if somebody can check Facebook for us and just let me know. But we are up on YouTube. So you can go to the YouTube channel anytime. We're up there. Go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And just watch us on YouTube if that's the case. Or we're also on Twitter. So you can check us out there. Or Twitch. And we're there for the whole 8 hours.
Twitch, yep.
Warner Brothers blocked your show on Facebook because you played Tupac. Well, there you go. That's what happened.
And that's what happens. That's
but
why we
I can redo it. So go check again. Sorry, I didn't know it was glitching so bad. It's all right, Mitch. No worries.
It's all right. Mitch the glitch.
All right, so it's just Facebook, but it should be back up now because it changed it out.
We got
on
Zach.
Facebook. So Zach says Facebook on Facebook. It's all good. So we are back in action, people. Back in
Thriving
action.
and alive. Woo!
See, I fix things. I always find a fish, and if you don't know what that's from, you should have been watching our show the other day.
Exactly. Check it out again. And now, since we have all of our Facebookians back, I just like to bring up the whole point we're here this evening to save Brady. A
Yes.
cute, wonderful, delightful dog who's requiring surgery on an abscess that's grown behind his eye. Unfortunately, he'll lose his eye, but in the process, he'll gain the love of so many of you. We appreciate you and anything you can do to help, whether it's sharing this, adding a few bucks to the page on the GoFundMe, any way, shape, or form, we do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, I will say this. We have 3 very special guests coming up in just a few minutes. I'm going to play us something real quick, just kind of take us down, and then I'm going to play their intro. So just bear with us. We're getting the Facebook situation. If anything happens on Facebook, please let us know, and we will get it fixed for you. No problems. But we're going to be bringing on a brand new show, and we have a very special announcement at the end of their segment. So just bear with us for now.
Amazing.
I have so much fun watching his show every week.
Oh,
They do stuff like this all the time. Like we've seen his commercial. I showed it at the beginning, and it's just if Patricia,
you should feel accomplished.
Ward, everybody, Katie joining in. You guys are fantastic. Thank you. They're my mutant fam, and I love being with them. So we are getting started next. We're going to be doing some trivia. Here's the deal. Okay, so everybody knows that if they join my Patreon, they get a cool little Scene Snobs keychain. But tonight we're going to be doing some movie trivia, and we're going to be asking questions throughout like the next 45 minutes until Fred and Jen start at 11. But if you get it, our guest tonight is definitely getting one. Our guest Tim is definitely going to get one, and I made sure to get this for him before I bring him on. But if you guys get the questions right, we're going to ask like 3 or 4 questions. If you get them right, first person to get them right gets one of these, and some other Scene Snob swag too. But a special, I get the original Sci-Fi Channel logo made up in stickers, in magnets, and in keychains. Right now, all I have left is keychains. But yeah, you guys will win that, and you'll win some other cool Scene Snob swag. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Tim on. He's going to come on for a few minutes and hang out, and I want him to tell us about his shows because they're both fantastic. Tim, welcome.
Tim! Hi, buddy!
Hey! What's going on, guys?
Living the dream, man.
I know you are super tired. You've been traveling, man, but I thank you so much
World
for coming
traveler.
on.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
just a quick update, just because we're there. We're $40 away from.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're so
check
close.
that out.
We
So
are
close.
$40 away,
And we still have 4 hours left.
Yeah, we're here all night. So, and anything that goes over, I'll talk to the guys. Hopefully, we can donate to some other animals that need help. I don't run the GoFundMe, but I'll talk to the guys who do, and we'll try and get it all situated.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's some charities and some other kennels and things at private shelters that could use some help.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
always
awesome.
look into supporting your shelters and foster if you can. Take care of other animals if you can. Adopt first if you have the option.
Absolutely.
So,
And
Tim,
stay new to your pets.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
I love it. That is an ongoing theme tonight, and Bob Barker lives in our hearts.
No, I just want to say real quick before we get into anything else, I've been watching off and on all night. I haven't been able to sit still for about 5 minutes. I've had so much to catch up on. We've been gone from the house for so long. But I just want to say what you guys are doing is awesome. The quality of the content has been amazing. Everybody that I've come on, the only thing that's been even remotely distressing to me is that, Mick's apparently on a bit of a power trip and just removing people from the screen willy-nilly. But other than that,
It's this thing.
no, but you guys are doing a great thing here, and I not to blow smoke up your tutor holes there, but you guys are doing a really good thing, and I can't stress enough how important it is just to do good things for other people.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the most important thing. I think the community, and I think that's something that Mick and I have been through throughout our lives. Our community has always picked us up and helped us. So we've worked hard to make sure we foster and build that and give it.
And realistically, that's something that's been missing over the last year and a half. With everything going on, pandemic wise, health wise, people having to separate away from each other. Even something like this, even though it's a virtual setting, it brings back that family feeling, that fosters that community feeling that I remember having when I grew up, in the bigger cities. So it's kind of cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you. You're definitely trying to. So, and thank you for being a part of this. This is a big deal, man. It's fantastic.
I'm so glad you got to come on, man. I really am.
I wasn't sure I was going to make it. I wasn't sure if I was going to be back from Virginia in time or not. So I didn't want to commit and say, yes, I'll be there, and then have craptastic internet on the way back. So,
man, I absolutely wish I had known you were in Virginia, bro. That's where we're at. That's our homes here.
Yeah,
I know. Away from each other.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was down in Montrose.
Oh, disregard. That was far away.
Disregard. Cancel.
You know what? Remember that plan we made? I lied.
Nobody wants to do that. We put it back up for consideration, and everybody shot it down pretty quick.
Yeah, quick. The board spoke.
Tim, before we get started on some trivia, and I'll throw out some questions to everybody, I want you to tell everybody what your shows are all about. You have Focused on Forward, and you have the funny science fiction podcast.
Yeah.
And, I just want to kind of put it out there and let everybody know when and where they can check it out and everything.
Sure. So I have two shows, like you said. The first one's Focused on Forward. That's the flagship. That's where I got started in podcasting. I got started in that because I was trying to deal with my own mental issues and emotional issues. And after my daughter got out of the hospital and dealing with a little bit of hospitalization PTSD, we spent 97 days in the hospital with my daughter with a condition called Guillain-Barré syndrome. So it's too much to go into, but it's a pretty vicious disease. And it's one of those things you don't know about it till you have to know about it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I came out of that and I went into counseling, and I talk to people now about their issues in life and how they're overcoming them and what they can do to overcome them, and acknowledging that it's okay to have issues, that it's okay to not be okay, and that there are so many different ways. And that's why I love what Fred and Scott are doing on End the Stigma. That is, by the way, and I told Fred this earlier tonight, that is a beautiful show. What they're doing, amazing between the two of those guys. I'm really, really impressed with what they're doing there. And I've had the opportunity to be a guest on their show, and I've had Scott on Focused on Forward as well. I'm gonna have to get Fred on as well here pretty soon. But we've had an opportunity to talk to a lot of different people from different walks of life. Matter of fact, I post every Friday morning, 6 a.m. You can find it on your favorite audio podcast destination, except for Stitcher, because Stitcher's a bunch of buttholes. And no, I'm kidding. As soon as I switch hosting formats, I'm sure we'll be best friends.
Later.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be like peas and carrots again. And
we're together forever.
Yeah. So, so every Friday, 6 a.m. This morning's episode was with a gentleman named Dylan Sessler. He's a life coach, motivational speaker, because his own father committed suicide when he was 6 years old. That really impacted him deeply, and he has fought suicidal ideations since that point in time of his life. And so he's doing whatever he can to help other people know that there's good things. And honestly, he's somebody that should be on Fred and Scott's show. He's got an amazing backstory, and he would be a perfect guest for them if they wanted to have a guest on and talk about that. But he's also in the military, so he does a lot with veterans, and he does a lot with that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's Focused on Forward. And then I started another podcast with a group of guys that I run a Facebook page with, which just happens to be called the Funny Science Fiction Group. We're very original in our podcast naming, so we called it the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
Strong.
And strong, theming and branding. We're just trying. But on that, we talk to different content creators, whether they're writers, authors, what have yous. recently we had I had the opportunity to have Mick on the show. We had him come on and talk about his likes and dislikes all across the sci-fi world and what he's done in the movie business over the years. So we got the chance to talk about that a little bit. So that was a cool conversation. That'll be coming out in a few weeks here. And we post on that every Monday. We have a YouTube channel. Go subscribe. I need the numbers. Funny Science Fiction Podcast on YouTube. Shameless plug. Anyway.
No, that's what we're here for, man. Pump up those numbers. Get them going. Let's go, folks. You heard it. Subscribe.
No shame.
Yeah. So, but so this week's episode, we talked with Ryan Airy, who is the host of Screen Crush on YouTube, and he does a lot of like the Easter egg videos and things like that, all these deep dives into these different things. So his episodes on WandaVision and The Mandalorian have been awesome, because some of the stuff that he's pointed out that, hey, you might have recognized this thing, this was in this episode or this was in this movie. So that was kind of cool. A couple weeks ago, we had Dan Povenmire from Phineas and Ferb on, and we talked about and we got him to introduce the show as Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I almost retired right then and there. That was pretty friggin' cool. We had Neil Ross on the other day, a couple weeks back, rather. Neil Ross is if you don't know who that is, he's a voice actor. He did voices in G.I. Joe. He did voices in Transformers. The Fievel movie, Coming to America, or whatever that was. American Tail. Not Coming to America. That's Eddie Murphy. Totally different thing.
Very different.
Totally different. Don't watch that with your kids. If
No.
You'll have some explaining to do. And so we have a lot of fun on that. As our next episode comes out Monday morning, and we have Julie Dolan from Star Wars Rebels. She's the voice of Princess Leia.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so she's coming on, and she's also, and so fun fact, she's also in like 4 cover bands out in LA. And so one of them, and we're going to try and get the lead singer on because he's a huge sci-fi fan. But they do one, it's called In Excessive, and it's an In Excess cover band. And honestly, I could not tell the difference between the cover band and them, and I'm a huge In Excess fan. Wow. The lead singer sounds so much like Michael Hutchence, it's scary.
That's ridiculous. That's a tough sound to really nail. That's impressive.
He bullseye, just bing. Yeah, I was listening to it, and honestly, it kind of gave me chills for a second, how good it was, and so the music was on point to start off with. And so I was messaging Julie back and forth, and I was told her, I said, one of my favorite songs by them is Don't Change. If you don't know what that song is, please look it up. It'll improve your life. And so she's like, oh, yeah, we do that one. I have a video of it. You want to see it? Yeah. So she's like, she sent, and it was amazing. Like I said, the guy nails the voice, and he's got an amazing voice outside of that. Where and his originals and other stuff he sings. I can't remember his name right now, but I have it in my email, so we'll be talking.
Well, In Excessive, definitely going to check that out.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah,
so.
Dude, I'm so excited because I do like In Excess, so it's all good.
Now I've got Need You Tonight stuck in my head, so that's the rest of the evening.
They do a killer cover of that, by the way.
Sweet.
So, and you can find that on YouTube.
I will be checking it out after I subscribe to Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
Absolutely, and everybody should.
There you go.
Great show. I do want to get started on the trivia. I want to ask a couple of questions. I'm going to ask 2 questions now because we're on till 11. And then the first person to answer in the comments gets it. For what movie did Tom Hanks score his first Academy Award nomination? That's the first question. And get a little bit harder. What was the first talkie? What was the first talking movie with talking in it? So if you can answer those questions, first person to answer those questions wins the keychain and some other cool swag. Oh, Jason Taylor. Big.
Yeah, the first talking movie, though, that was Dune, wasn't it?
Dune is the worst. Man.
Yeah, Dune was one of the best talkies that I've seen. That was a swell one, boys. They did a fantastic job with that little humdinger.
So, Casey, if you ever have the privilege of going on science fiction, And the next one, of course, is won by Mr. Fred. Fred, the jazz singer, was the first talkie. More
Go Connecticut.
We're getting there. We're getting there with costume changes.
Don't worry, Alex. They're coming up. I've got like 4 ready, man.
Yeah. But going on real quick, I forgot what I was going to say. No, I did not. Casey, if you ever have a chance to go on, they do trivia, and then you can win some cool prizes. So I'm very excited for that, and it's awesome. But they scared me because the first 2 questions were Dune questions. And
Those were done on purpose, by the way, I have to say.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to spoil how I did or anything like that because I want you to watch the show. But there was Dune questions. And then the last 2 questions, I don't think they were ready for me to know them as well as I did. And again, I'm not going to give those away. But yeah. So quick update. We've reached our goal.
Yes! Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. We did it. We've saved Brady.
So right now, if anything that goes over, I'm getting in touch with the guys. We're gonna have a new charity where we can send anything that goes over. We have a couple of other things. It's going to be an animal charity to help another animal if we can. And as soon as I have that information, oh God, yeah, we have to get naked.
Yeah, I stopped listening to you. This was more entertaining.
Yeah, right. I know.
Go for it. You wanted those costume changes, Alex. So
we're working it.
So we got 2 swag winners who get some sci-fi keychains. But yeah, we're gonna once I find out the next one, we will the next charity we will get situated. But anything that goes over will be donated. Working on that now. We probably should have been a little more prepared, but whatever. So
now that's crazy. Be more prepared. That's not us at all.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Fly by the seat of the pants and don't fly at all.
Dude, I'm so excited, and we still have 3.5 hours. That's true. We have 3.5 hours left of show, so it's very exciting. And Casey's already taken his clothes off, and so I don't know what's.
I have a responsibility to the people, Nick.
I thought it was my responsibility to get naked, but actually, yeah, I think people paid to keep my clothes on.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I never even offered this. It's just happening. It's just nature.
You guys are crazy time. So, Sam, let me ask you when it comes to science fiction, because I can't deal with whatever's going on up there.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me so hard.
Jesus Christ.
Goodbye, horses.
So that just happened.
Yep. I hope everyone is happy with that.
I do want to say one thing because
hold on. I'm making a note to call my counselor in the morning.
I feel like I either brought up a terrible memory or this is going to be making him consider some different things. So I don't know which counselor you're calling, but
yes.
I do want to say that because this has been successful, we're going to do this more often. We want to help people. We want to do charities. We're not doing it every week. I can't handle that.
No, that's outrageous. We're old and we have to rest.
If we can pick, if you guys are really into this and really about helping and things like that, we want to help charities. We want to help people. We want to help animals. We want to help like whoever we can. The people who need it right now. So throw charities our way. Let's see what we can do. Keep that shirt on. Knock it off. Knock it off. Keep that shirt. You can't give the people what they want at 10:30. All right, we still have 3.5 hours.
You got to leave a little for the later on in the show.
That's valid. Okay. All right.
He's like, well, I planned on a little. I got a little song number I'm going.
Oh, go girl. What's up?
That's one of your shirts, isn't it? All nerdy, no dirty.
All nerdy, no dirty. Funny science fiction. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely grabbing one of those shirts. That's great.
That's an awesome shirt. I can't believe we reached our goal already, and I drank too much coffee, so now I'm like just have to be awake.
Dude, I'm over a pot and a half in. It's ridiculous. What am I going to do with all this energy? Probably have to strip.
All right, so I am listening. Sorry, I'm getting the update for what's going on with the extra money because I want people to keep donating if they can. Sorry, I know I'm a little all over the place, but just bear with me. Our callers are still coming in. They're still here. Our celebrity phone answers are still picking up what we're putting down.
Well, you could potentially be speaking to right now if you phone in and continue helping us. Thank you so much for helping us save Brady. And don't forget, there's always more to give because there's always places who need it.
That's absolutely true. So here's what we're going to be doing next. There is a fundraiser going on. We have here in Winchester, Virginia, we actually have another animal rescue that really helps out, and it's called Dakota's Dream. And this is Skeletor. So I'm going to tell you his story real quick. He is adorable.
Cutie.
So happy Friday, everyone. Recently, we had Skeletor down at CVCA for the electrocardiogram and consult. Skeletor needs heart surgery soon. There's a flap that didn't close when he was about 24 hours old. He has PDA. This is more common in dogs. He has some heart damage. However, the surgery will allow him to live a normal life. We had a consult with the VCA. The surgery is scheduled for March 16th. Please help us to help him. The surgery is estimated to be $5,200. That needs to be paid up front. He needs to have it at the veterinary surgical centers in Leesburg, so he is close to the cardiac facility. The following fundraiser will be going towards his surgery. Please share. So we're sharing that out. They have the page up. So anything that goes over the $1,200 for Brady, we're going to put to help out Skeletor. You can see this cutie on there. Let's help out Skeletor now. That's what it's all about. That's everything going forward. So I got that confirmation from Justin from Carpool Shenanigans. So anything you donate from there forward will go towards that $5,200 to get Skeletor.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, because fuck He-Man, go Skeletor.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, you know what? I have a question because Tim's here. I want to know this. Would you classify Masters of the Universe as a sci-fi movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean,
unequivocally. Okay, so you've got a dude that holds up a mythological hammer, or I mean not hammer, but a sword, and all of a sudden he goes from Prince Valiant looking thing to this really rough and tough guy in a well maybe not rough and tough, but he's got a sword and. And there's I mean, if we consider the Red Skull from Captain America to be a sci-fi villain, then he's kind of got to, Skeletor's got to be a sci-fi villain as well. I mean, same thing, just different color.
And there's interdimensional travel.
Exactly.
There's all kinds of things going on there.
So yeah, there's a lot of sci-fi tropes that are used inside of He-Man. So yeah, absolutely.
Right now, so everybody knows, I am putting out the link to help Skeletor, so you can read up on it and see that. They're at $61 of the $5,200. So, like I said, anything that goes over on the Brady, please help out there, or you can directly go straight to Skeletor's page and donate there if you want to help out. I know it's a big change, but we were so thankful that we hit our goal so early. And we want to keep helping. We're here for another 3.5 hours. We don't want to just say, hey, let's just pay attention to us because
we're done. Screw it. We're just going to hang out now. No, there's always more to help and there's always more to give. And there's always something that we can be redirecting our focus on. So thank you so much for everything you've done so far. And now let's fucking rock with Skeletor.
Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get Skeletor what he needs. That is such a cool name, by the way. I want that cat now.
I know. I was going to say, now you're going to get him.
I know, right? But yeah, I want to help out Skeletor. Brady, thank God Brady's going to be helped out. It's fantastic. So, all right, here we go. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing because it's
no idea. It's your show. I don't know what's happening. I mean, we have Tim on. You could ask him some more fun stories.
I'm just here for the ride along. So, hey, whatever.
And we love having you, Tim. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm just getting situated because we are pivoting and we're pivoting while I'm live. So it's
I've got to talk. I got a topic. Talk amongst yourselves.
Getting
here.
Rhode Island, neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
Discuss.
So, Tim, man, what else as far as the funny science fiction? Now, what are one of the sort of normal categories conversation? Is it kind of, do you guys come up with a topic and then converse, or is
actually it's an interview based show. So basically, what we have on is we have people that in the sci-fi world that we want to talk to. Mick was one of the guys we wanted to talk to. Casey, we got to get you on yet. No, seriously, I'd love to have you on.
I'd love to be on.
And so the premise of the show, we bring you on, we talk about each. So there's myself and my co-host Nick, and then typically every once in a while we have a guest host on, like for the Phineas and Ferb. One of our good friends, her name is Kathleen. She jumped in for that one. She'll be in on this. We're doing an interview this Saturday with a guy named Josh Pruitt. He was the head writer of Phineas and Ferb and Milo Murphy's Law, and he's also a huge Doctor Who fan. I am not a Whovian. I do not speak the Who.
TARDIS right here, baby.
I know what a TARDIS is, and I know that they're bigger on the inside, but past that, that's kind of where my knowledge of Doctor Who stops. So anyway, but Kathleen is very fluent in the Who. So she's a massive fan as well, so I'm going to bring her back in. Plus, she's just kind of quirky and fun, and we have a good time with her.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, so it's just an interview-based show. We ask each host asks 3 to 4 questions. We try for at least 1 or 2 of those questions from each host to be a little on the silly side, so we can be the funny in the funny science fiction. And our biggest thing is just to talk with other nerds about sci-fi and have some laughs and just have a good time. We try not to take ourselves too seriously.
Now, there's enough of that going on all the time. So it's nice to be able to not be one of them.
Yeah, I mean, this is the way I look at it. If you spend 5 minutes on TikTok at all, you're gonna find somebody who's a gatekeeper for some fandom. You're not a true fan if you don't believe in this, and you're not. If you've got a pulse and you like something from some movie franchise or video game franchise or comic book franchise, guess what? You're a fan. It doesn't matter. You don't have to like the same things I like for you to be a fan. And as a matter of fact, we've had people come on and there were Star Wars movies, even though I eat, sleep, live, and breathe Star Wars. That is, George Lucas is pretty close to, my hero. Yeah, he's right up there. He's got a glowing crown above his head, the whole 9 yards. But even after he sold it to Disney, I still stayed true to, hey, it's Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I loved The Force Awakens when it came out. Yes, it's a new hope with new characters. Didn't care. I thought The Last Jedi was okay. I had a couple of distinct problems that took my enjoyment of the movie away. Mainly,
I'm sorry about that. That's a bummer, man.
Yeah, I didn't. I had a problem with the fact that Princess Leia, Mary Poppins, back into the ship.
Okay, fair.
And I had a problem with the fact that Luke Skywalker was not Luke Skywalker; that he was the Onceler from the Lorax.
Oh man!
Come back tomorrow, and I'll tell you more about the Force. But and I hated, and I do mean hated, the Han Solo movie. I walked out of the theater upset. I was mad.
Really? Now, which part actually drove you insane? Like, which aspect of it was the part that you despised? Really? So the Chewbacca meeting, that was...
I didn't mind that. I liked Chewbacca. I liked how that worked out. I liked Donald Glover as Lando. I thought he had the perfect swagger for it. Perfect casting. Wonderful. I liked Kira. I liked the backstory there. I liked Enfys Nest.
Mm-hmm. You like Paul Bettany as the bad guy?
Yeah. My biggest, and I'll be honest with you, I shouldn't say pick something. My problem was with who they picked for Harrison Ford. Okay. I am a Harrison Ford fanboy. Mm-hmm. I'll admit it. First and foremost, he's my favorite actor. My son's middle name is Harrison. Okay. So, we almost named him Indy, but that was the dog's name. Junior. So no, but we, my wife and I actually talked about different names, and I'm like, no, it's going to be Harrison. So I had a hard time accepting Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo. My other problem that I had with him as Han Solo was in the way that it was played, because in every Star Wars movie, every single one except for Solo, the following phrase has been emitted by somebody, somewhere, somehow. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yep.
And in this movie, Han Solo says, I've got a pretty good feeling about this. In the movie theater, I yelled out, no, you don't!
Well, you don't like the idea that there was at one time a hopeful Han Solo who maybe had a positive thought in his brain once?
Real quick, I want to answer this. So Dakota's Dream is an animal rescue. They help out. So the link goes to what's called Parkland Jewelry. They are sponsoring for Dakota's Dream. Dakota's Dream doesn't do the charities themselves, I guess, because they're a nonprofit. But we do. I have done work with Dakota's Dream before. They're legit. Parkland is somebody who they are working with who's sponsoring to put up everything. So that's why when you go to that link, it's Parkland Jewelry. But again, you can donate to Brady. If you feel more comfortable with that, donate to Brady. Anything over is going to go to help out Skeletor.
Yeah,
and
the money's still going to get there.
Yeah, so if you guys feel more comfortable with that or whatever you want to do. But that's the link, so that's just kind of where we're at. Sorry I didn't explain that properly. I'm still kind of like in the midst of everything.
Well, we're all worked up over, holy cow, we did it.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I can't believe this early.
You all did it. I mean, everybody deserves a round of applause for helping. So y'all did it.
Absolutely. Sorry, and you are right, Tim. That I did not like that either. That was
cool. But here's the great thing about some of these people that we've had on our shows. I've had a couple different people on. We had a guy on. His name is Frank Duran, and he hosts a show called the Warp Shelf Podcast. I've also had Frank come back on it as a guest host for one of my episodes. I really like Frank. He's got some really cool insights. He's from Boston. Dude's a trip. He's got a great sense of humor, very quick-witted. But he loves The Last Jedi. Like, he thinks it's a jewel of cinema.
That's fair.
And he went through and he explained it all to me. He laid it out, and he suggested a couple different ways for me to go back and watch the movie, nice. and for some perspective to look at. And I did it. And although I still have a problem with the Mary Poppins scene, I will never not have a problem with that.
Valid.
It raised my appreciation for the movie, and I like the movie again. And not that I disliked it or wouldn't watch it, but it made my movie watching of it more enjoyable. So that was good. And then we had a really cool lady by the name of Lacey Gillerin on our show, and she's from the Resistance Broadcast Network, which is on the Star Wars News Network. And Lacey and her group have something going called Make Solo 2 Happen, and it's a hashtag they're doing on Twitter, and they've got a really cool podcast. If you're a Star Wars nerd, I strongly suggest you follow them and give them a listen, because I do, and I think they're great. And so I had Lacey on, and we talked about this and why they wanted Solo 2 to happen. And so here's the thing that she told me, and that got me off of Alden Ehrenreich, Emmerich, however you say his last name.
Yeah, whichever it is.
We're just going to say Alden.
I like it.
Why Alden was such a bad Solo. She got me off of that. And the reason, and what she said, was that you have to realize that everybody has a starting story. So it's kind of like what Mick was saying. Everybody has to start somewhere. At some point in his life, you have to imagine that he, had to learn how to get screwed over. Mm-hmm. And in this movie, in the course of what, a 90-minute movie, he gets betrayed like 4 times.
Yeah.
And by people that he was trying to trust, and people that he was trusting himself. And the only person that didn't betray him in that movie was Chewie.
Yep.
And so it establishes that relationship as well. And I was also told to go back and watch that as like a space heist movie instead of a Star Wars movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I went back and I watched it in that, and I went, oh yeah, I can see that. Okay, we're good. So I still have a problem with the line,
I completely understand that, but I think it's showing him being all positive and then getting screwed over. Like, I mean,
right.
The whole point of him being the curmudgeon that he turns into is because everyone has screwed him. So
Sure.
That's why he would drop the shipment to just run away. That
Right.
just becomes who he is.
Yeah, he got hosed so many times. I get it. I just don't like it.
No, nobody's forcing your hand on that. It's just I completely understand. It took me about my 3rd viewing for me to go, I can get over all these little things. But yeah, I mean, there enough of the meat was there for me to go, yeah, I like this. I'm cool. Him and Chewbacca is really what sold it for me, and Lando. Because I agree, Donald Glover was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful casting there. And frankly, I'm at the point with it where I want to see a Solo 2. I want to see what happens with Kira and Darth Maul.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens there and their interactions with the crime syndicates and there's so much there that could be done and so many stories that could be told that, I'm there for it if it happens. I'd like it to happen.
I agree. And I think it could be a lot of fun seeing how, like, maybe even Han has interaction with some of the rebels at some point. And he's like, no, screw you people. Like, just show him with that attitude. Yeah.
Right.
So I didn't think I wanted a Solo 2 until this conversation. And now I absolutely do.
And I think a cool way to have a Solo 2, honestly, I think based on what I've seen out of The Mandalorian, I'd almost rather see it as a series.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be very cool, honestly. I think that gives it a lot of opportunity, because instead of trying to again cram a lot of story into 90 minutes, now I'm getting weekly installments and just line up for my Star Wars fix. Hand me my dope. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
That's right. Every Friday morning, let me sign up. Let's do this. Show me something pretty, something new. And I think a mini series, even if it's like a mini series like WandaVision, or if it's a full-on series like The Mandalorian, it allows more landscape for everything to go.
Yep, and we're allowed to, once you can create that attachment where you can get along with them more, when you get ingratiated with them more. I think if they had that opportunity to expound on the crew that, Han was working with Woody Harrelson and that whole group, I really would have loved being able to dig into that and get some more meat and potatoes there. I think that would have been very interesting and definitely would have made the double crosses mean more. Yeah.
And what's kind of a cool side point? So if you go back and you watch Solo, and there's, I can't remember the letter number combination of Lando's robotic friend, but when she's put into the
L3,
Falcon, L3, thank you. So when she goes and she gets put into the Falcon, if you now jump up to where R2D2 and C3PO are trying to talk to it. And they're like, and it's just as C-3PO says something in but New Hope about how the ship's got a rather peculiar language.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice tie-in back to Solo now.
Yeah, so, and even when you hear when it comes in, like when she comes online, and then you notice that that's the same sound the Falcon makes, later in the other movies. That was fantastic.
Yeah, nice tie-ins.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I did promise one more question. I want to throw it out there for anybody who's going to answer it first.
Do it.
So that is, what critically panned 1984 country musical comedy starring Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone eventually became a cult classic? That's just a stretch, but
I don't know if it's a cult classic, but yeah, it's definitely out there.
It is definitely out there, and you can watch it if you really want to. But remember, everybody, we have switched, and we are now collecting anything over on the Brady GoFundMe goes to Skeletor, who needs a heart surgery. It's a little kitty. Look at him. Adorable.
Skeletor, the darling tabby.
Yeah. Jason, you got two? No, I'm giving it to somebody else.
Quick, somebody do it now. Quick, somebody else.
I'm going to ask another question.
The exact same thing. Somebody else, quick.
Jason can't have two.
Anyone else type in what Jason Taylor wrote?
No, I'm going to ask another question.
Yeah, of course we would. Why?
Yeah. Okay. So, what famous LA landmark is heavily featured in Rebel Without a Cause? It is a place I used to visit a lot when I lived in LA. Beautiful place. And actually, the tunnel from Back to the Future 2 and Who Framed Roger Rabbit is just like maybe a mile down the road from it. You have to go through that tunnel to get here.
Hey Mick, I think Mare Bear there won that bad boy.
She's not getting it. I asked a new question. No, Jason, stop answering.
Okay, so somebody else.
Other somebody.
Yeah, I asked the question.
Asking the question has been sacked.
Griffith. Okay, so my wife did win. All right, Griffith Observatory. Very good. All right, I'm just giving it to you because we're running short on time, and we have Fred and Jen coming up next. The lovely Jen and the Fred.
The Fred.
The Fred.
I like how you're like, we have the lovely Jen and Fred.
Or it could be the lovely Fred and Jen
and
Oh,
the chat.
exactly. Now, I will say, so let's keep it coming. Let's keep the fundraiser going. We really want to help out Skeletor now if we can. Anything extra. We've reached our goal with Brady. Thank you so much with that. Thank you to our guest, Tim. Focused on Forward and Funny Science Fiction Podcast. Make sure you guys are checking them out because they're super funny. I always share your stuff on Scene Snobs.
Yeah, thanks for that, bud.
Of course, absolutely. I'm happy to help, man. The community's got to stay strong.
You're awesome, man. We dig you, Tim.
Thank you. And subscribe on YouTube. We need the numbers.
Yes,
so anyway,
I'll take some subscribes too. So if you're going there, go to the Scene Snobs.
There you go.
I actually, if you go to the Scene Snobs and go down to the bottom, it is featured on my channel. So your stuff has a link on my channel. So you guys can find it right there.
Well, don't I feel special?
So we are on to, but thank you, Tim, very much for popping on. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me be on tonight. This is great.
Appreciate you, Tim. It's a pleasure as always, man. Got to be on your show one of these days.
You get one of these too, buddy. You're getting the sci-fi channel. So I will be sending out those out shortly. But thanks again, brother, and I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon.
Hey, be well, dude.
Take care.
All right, man.
All right, guys. So before we get started, we're getting there. So anybody just tuning in, so you guys know where we're at. We've reached the goal for Brady, but we have 3 more hours left. So we want to do some more good. Dakota's Dream is an animal rescue here. I'm going to share it real quick. Let me pull up Dakota's Dream's website. I've done work with them and donated to them in the past, so that's like kind of where we're at there. All right, so let me go to their website so I can pull it up. Go to their home. Okay, so here we go. Dakota's Dream. They help out so many animals. They're all about it. It's dakotasdream.org. That's where you can go. I'm going to share everything out. But they have Skeletor, who is this beautiful little kitty right here.
Oh, cutie.
So cute. Needs surgery. So anything over on the Brady GoFundMe, I talked to Justin and from Carpool Shenanigans, and they're going to donate to help out Skeletor, who needs a heart surgery. Just the way she was born can be he's born, he can be fixed. So we're going to try and help him out. You can go to Dakota's Dream, or you can go, there's a website that I'm also sharing out. It's a direct link. Dakota's Dream doesn't sponsor the fundraiser, but Dakota's Dream is tied into it. The reason Parkland's Jewelry is doing it, and you can read about it on their site, is that they are all of their proceeds, like 50% of their proceeds for any jewelry bought, is going to help Skeletor's surgery. So right now they're doing 50%. That's amazing. But they're also hosting, so you can go there and you can donate on there. If that makes sense. So Park Lane is another jewelry store around the area that helps out with Dakota's Dream. And also a very good friend of mine, Faye, is very involved with Dakota's Dream, and she is a sponsor for Skeletor herself. She runs Psycho Cinema around here. You've heard me talk about it on other shows. So it's legit. We're going to help out. We want to help Skeletor up, but just like we helped Brady and get that donations in. So you can donate on Brady's. You can donate to the Parkland Jewelry, their website for it. You can go to Dakota's Dream. You can reach out to them if you want. That's just what it's all about right now. Let's see how much more we can help another animal with the time left that we have.
Look at that. We've done such a fantastic job in the first round. We're going to keep pushing it along.
Absolutely, we are. But we are actually jumping off because the 2 people that are coming back on are not only funnier than us, they are better looking than us.
Substantially.
They are more charismatic than us.
Absolutely.
And they're going to have huge #1 superstar comedian Jeff Dwoskin on the show.
Oh, man.
So we are super excited for that. Let me get started here. I want to bring them in with their they have a cool promo. We don't have a cool promo. But
we've got your voice, which is pretty cool. Just saying.
It's all right. It's not great.
There's worse.
But Casey and I will be back with the Final Onesie Horror Podcast at midnight. So jump in, have some fun. Well,
hey, buddy.
We're back.
We made it.
We're in the final hour, the home stretch.
we did it.
I don't even know who's still watching with us, but
hey, whoever they are, we love you. We appreciate you all for hanging out, for being there with us. This was a special thing, special moment.
You know, I'd appreciate anybody who's watching over on YouTube, if you'd hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way in helping us.
Yeah, it would mean a lot.
Cheers, my friend. We did it.
Cheers, my friend. We did indeed.
Oh, my God. You know, I am very happy about how this all turned out.
Yeah, you know, being able to come up with this last week, I think on Tuesday we started kicking around and all of a sudden came to this conclusion. And, buddy, you did the work and everybody just rallied too, and it's a beautiful thing.
It really is. And you see, that's the thing that I love about it. Like, a lot of people are giving me the accolades and stuff, and that's really sweet. I didn't do anything that anybody else wouldn't do. And everybody kind of swarmed together, like you said, rallied, which is the best way to put it. And, man, we really came out and we did it. We got that surgery for Brady, and we made an extra $125 for Skeletor, and we're still going. So,
which is awesome.
If anybody's still willing to donate, go right ahead. It's at $125 right now, but anything over is going to go and help Skeletor. As Kenyon says, home stretch, baby.
Home stretch, baby. We're in it. In it to win it.
Oh, the home starch boys. I love it. We started out in tuxes. We're ending in tuxes. I love it.
Tootin'. Yep.
Dudes.
Shirt's optional.
Not starch stretch, but starch works.
Yeah.
Shirt's optional. I do love it. There's a small part of me like Skeletor.
I can feel you.
Dude, I got to gush over you a little bit. I really appreciate it.
Oh, cut it out. Come on. We're not doing that. No, you're the one who deserves the gushing.
No. I appreciate you. You stood with me, man. You've been here the whole time. Like,
of course
that is not an easy thing to do. 8 hours, especially after the weekend.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, that was a pretty brutal week, man. Really excited that one day this could be my profession.
Working on it, man. I'm working on it. We gotta get Manhattan Media Group out there and doing big things and get the studio already.
Mm-hmm.
But and hopefully have a full-fledged channel ready to go. So, but I could not do it without the help of all the fun people that were joined in tonight and more. God, man, it was just so much fun. And thank you. I got to give the Sports Snobs a special shout out. We didn't get to get Brian back on. I thought he might come back, but and I would definitely brought him on, but with Fred and everything, like I had to have him on, and we had Tim and the final onesie. So, thank you, Brian. We gave you a lot of shit, but thank you, Brian. Thank you, Pat. They put us over the edge. They got us there to the 1,200. That was truly amazing. I appreciate that so much. Jeff donated. Jennifer donated. Fred donated. So many great people who really just threw in to really help out, not just with their time, not just with sharing, but donations as well. And it's been truly amazing. The Mutant fam, everybody donated, and it's heartwarming. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. It's absolutely fantastic, and really can't say enough good things for the way everyone rallied and came together, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I'm just so blessed, and because this is doing well, hopefully we can get bigger and better. Hopefully we can get a farther grasp of things and like pulling things in, and maybe down the line do a longer thing, or not even do a longer thing, but do another thing where we can help another cause that really needs it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say a longer thing. Let's be careful. I don't know how much longer. I mean, we could try 12 hours if there's a 2-hour nap worked in there.
Well, if we ever go like the full 24, there's 100% chance that there are going to be hours we get off.
Yeah.
Like it's not that once we're at a 24-hour, it's like as hosts, it's like, all right, guys, you go do your thing.
I think I could do it if I had booze. I did this booze free. This was a Friday night free for me. It was awesome.
Dude, you killed it. You did. And we're we got 49 minutes left. Let's see if we can get any more donations, any more people jumping in. I just really appreciate all that people were.
We still have people waiting by the phones. waiting to take your calls.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, we got our celebrities answering the phone right now. Poor Jeremy Renner over here.
Jeremy Renner, man, he's exhausted. He's been doing it. He's been doing that.
Josh Groban's still awake. Kerry Washington's always looking as beautiful as possible. I don't know what the hell Jared Leto's doing there, but whatever. He's helping.
He's just showing off. He's doing Jared Leto things. I mean, is he doing a 30 Seconds to Mars thing? Is he pulling a Joker thing? He's got so many projects.
I always forget he was in 30 Seconds to Mars, and then I always remember, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot again.
No, I love it, man. I love that he's like the X-Men Forget-Me-Not, a random character that is just absolute Deus Ex Machina.
Dude, it's amazing. Like, because we did the 8-hour show over on Thanksgiving. That's our Thanksgiving to kind of help people. It wasn't to raise any money or anything, but
to be there for people who don't maybe have a family, don't have people around, and especially during this time of COVID, it's much needed. Anytime to kind of bring us all together, even if it is virtually, it's still something, and it's that human touch that we all require, but not a bad touch unless you ask.
Well, we only bad touch each other for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
In OnlyFans. So it does cost money. In OnlyFans, that's how we do it.
You have to pay for that quality.
Dude, man, it's been a wild ride tonight. So many great people joining in.
Yeah, really can't say enough things for all the fantastic acts that came through. I mean, we had that one fire eater. We had that one guy who juggled the kittens. That was fantastic.
We do need to get those in the future.
Right.
Oh, man. And the kittens were the fire eaters.
It's even more messed up, but could be amazing.
Dude, I'm so awesome. Not awesome, dude. I can't believe I just said that. I'm so awesome.
I'm so whelmed. I believe you were looking for whelmed, not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed, whelmed.
Whelmed. That's where I'm at. I'm just
heavily whelmed.
I appreciate your whelmedness. Jesus, we're tired. We're delirious. We're still here though. We're still here.
Part of the fun.
I can't get over how amazing the turnout was for this, and the fact that I was so nervous all day that I wasn't gonna be able to make the money to help Brady, that I was just like, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, if we don't make it, like, I can't let this dog not get it, and like, so I was kind of nervous. I was scared, man. And everybody came out in droves and really helped. I mean, we got it done by 10:15?
Yeah, man. We had almost 3.5 hours left by the time we helped Brady. So that was fantastic.
And we earned more for Skeletor. We earned $125 for Skeletor. Like,
which is wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, to everyone who shared, who joined, who donated, everything that anyone donated, whether it be time or effort, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it, and thank you so much.
Yeah, I really I cannot thank you all enough. This has been truly amazing. We're still going. I mean, we're saying like it's truly amazing. Like, we're signing off, but we still have like 45 minutes left. So you're still stuck with us. So talk to us, ask us questions, let us know what you want to do. We'll come up with some topics we can talk about.
Yep, we'll discuss anything and everything. Gosh. It is a little warm in here. I'm still wearing my onesie bottom. I just tied it off, and it is like incredibly. It's like some crotch pot cooking going on in there. Oof.
You are a better man than me, sir. As soon as that show was over and I put the commercials up, that thing came off.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm kind of torn in this weird basement dwelling where it's like, it's kind of chilly, but then it's really hot. So
that's really fair. Just take it off. Take it off while you're
so close. I'm so close.
I'm just making some last minute posts, try and get people to donate if they can, help out Skeletor some more. But I'm with you guys. Just keep it going. Let me know what you guys think. We have 6 comments and I just completely blew past them. Okay. Whoa, need booze. Did you run out? Jared Leto is my best friend.
Sweet.
The Bloodhound Gang, Bad Touch. I would play that song, but we got knocked off before for 2 bucks. I can imagine what would happen with that.
Probably nothing. No one knows who the Bloodhound Gang is. It's an our era thing.
But they all wore onesies, so they can come on the show.
That's valid.
Hey, I only want bad touch. That's fair. We'll bad touch you. If that gets us some more donations, we'll bad touch all day.
Finger bang your way into my heart.
Finger bang your way. Oh my freaking God, Kate. I can't believe you just said that. That's amazing. I love it. We are looking, we're pretty dapper. I mean, for Undone, we're like rat packing, dude.
Oh yeah, we're rat packing hard. Of course, I'm more like the hammered Sinatra off in the corner who just lost his shirt somewhere. I don't even know who picked me up or how I got home, but thank you very much, baby.
All right, so here's the deal. I didn't realize you took off the jacket as I was saying that because I was posting something. So when I looked up and you were like that, and now that I see you, you're Lorenzo Lamasing right now.
Oh my gosh, and it's so perfect. It just feels right. I feel like a renegade.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone knows what that show is. I loved it growing up.
I remember. That's what I said. Yeah. We did it. Yes, we did. Thank you, Kenyon. Thank you all. What charities do you think you should feature in the future? I'm not, no offense. I'm all for doing this again to help out charities, help out people. I am not thinking about a fundathon for a little while. I need sleep. I need this. The fact that like the next one will be even better because I'll have weeks to plan it. I had a week to plan this. I still can't believe I pulled this off.
You did, bro.
Not that I didn't trust all the people that were jumping on board. They were great, and it was amazing as much as they did. I didn't trust myself to produce this whole thing in a week. And it's just so amazing. Mick, you got a Star Wars. Mick, you got a Star Wars. I do. I mean, I have lots of Star Wars over there. I have a Star Wars tattoo, which I need to get finished. I'm not showing it to anybody. I picked up a hitchhiker that was like that one time.
Just like this, eh, Dan?
And I bet you he was the best person you know. Just like Casey's the best person.
Oh, stop it.
You're welcome, Lorenzo. I love it.
Yes.
I love that these guys are still hanging. I love this because these guys are. Kenyon is great. Everybody's great. Dan is just like amazing.
Dan's great, man. I don't know who is the other one. Whiskey T. Fiffies.
Whiskey T. Fifis, and his name is actually Kenyon, but I do.
Kenyon.
And it's nothing against the name Kenyon. I think that's a great name, but I do prefer Whiskey T. Fifis because I love it.
I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, dude. I just
Armada or X-Wing. Well, X-Wing all day. Come on, bro.
If I can ask a favor of everybody who's watching, I know I'm kind of shameless plugging now, but I don't have a lot to talk about. If you guys would rate and review the Scene Snobs on, wherever you can, but like on iTunes would be fantastic. We're trying to build up our queue. We are I just found out we are ranked in the top 10% globally for podcasts.
What?
Yeah. We are ranked top 10%. I want to get up to 1%. Like Jeff Dwoskin, who has a great show and is amazing. And that is no bullshit.
Yeah.
Is in the top like 2.5%. And I want to get up there with him and like, you know, and really keep going. But like just keep plugging away, man. So to be in the top 10% though, out of it's like 2,008,553.
That's ridiculous, man. That's phenomenal.
To be in the top 10% is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge. That's a testament to everybody who, you know, likes, reviews, shares, comments. Well, we appreciate all of it. Any form of interaction.
And you know what the funny thing is? The guys and girls who are part of this community that I work with that are on the Scene Snobs and stuff, they're all in the top 10% too. You know, for the most part, I think there may be a few kind of new ones still kind of working their way up, but they will. And it's because we all come together and we bust our butts to do it, man.
Mm-hmm. Because, helping each other is the only way. What is it? The rising tide raises all ships. So, of course, we all want to be better. And, hey, Mick, while we're here, what's the strongest ship in the fleet?
Shut up.
Could it be friendship?
It's friendship. Hey, yo, I am Whiskey. You are Whiskey T. Fighter.
Yeah, Whiskey.
I love that name so much. There are so many amazing people that kind of went along and reviewed the Scene Snobs channel tonight. They all gave it 5 stars, and they really gave some beautiful, wonderful reviews. I'm just so fortunate. I started this, about 2 years ago. We didn't launch for about a year and a half, but and Case, dude, I'm so glad you're back, man.
So happy to be back, brother. It feels like home.
Yeah,
just like putting on your comfy sweater. It's perfect.
It does, dude. We are the Scene Snobs, man. That's the way it works. So yeah, and I got to start. I have to remember to start introing the shows like that, like to say, like, I'm Mick Manhattan. You're Casey Plot, the man. I'll do it better, but I'll do it better. Don't worry.
You're fine. I like the way we do it. We just do us. We are the absurd.
But I have to make sure to be like, we are the Scene Snobs. So yeah, it's just. But dude, WWE, this does feel like
World War One. It feels like old WW1 in the Battle of the Ardennes. Here we are with Captain Blackjack Pershing.
Casey does look like a guy who killed Archduke Ferdinand.
Yeah, I do kind of feel that way. I take down old Ferdinand.
You do it. You throw that grenade right in there.
Hey, he shot him.
Oh, did he shoot him? No,
yeah,
there was an explosion that caused them to run, right? And then they went down. I watched history, oversimplified history. I don't know.
I seen that history thing.
Actually, Archduke Ferdinand's story is like one of the things I truly remember from my history class in high school, because like they did go into it and really explained it. So it's just, that's like one thing that really stuck with me. Everything else has been fun learning.
It's a fascinating story. I mean, it's really an interesting tale, and how that put into motion everything that had already been bubbling to the surface. And that was the straw that broke the proverbial camel's back.
Blackjack Pershing was the man, but an inferior commander.
Yes, he was. He was the one who said, hey, him and I believe it was Hall or Hardy was the general who said, yeah, ignore those machine guns. Just keep running. Yeah, just keep going. Like, it was terrible.
Dude, I forgot too, because you guys are both bartenders. Like, not currently, but like you both bartended, so you know your drinks. But at the same time, you're both. He's a history teacher. You're history. You are a huge history buff. Like, you know a lot. You guys, man, we need to make a history show with just you two.
I'd be down. Drunken history, but like, we can't use that because there's already one of those. How about hammered history?
Hammered history. History hammered home. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I love it.
I'm just thinking late at night with a half hour to go when the clock finally turns us off. Because this only goes 8 hours.
Hey, the clock doesn't turn me off, if you know what I'm saying. Holler.
Mary too. Mary is great at history. You've
awesome.
seen Mary. She was on the pregame show, and
yes,
she hosts. Actually, it's right here. Let me show the camera. Because I have another thing to announce. Monster Movie Happy Hour. She's one of the hosts with Dave and Scott. All great. And they talk about history on that show, and they get real smart about it. You'd really like it. But they also it's horror movies. So a lot of it is around that. And the cool thing about that is you get so much like rich history to it and so much more. But Scott, unfortunately, Mary can't, because Mary is going to visit family, but I'm having Scott and Dave on the show Monday for the showcase.
Sweet.
So excited to talk to them because they're awesome guys.
That's fantastic, man. Yeah, I've actually watched a couple of their episodes. You had posted them whenever you shoot them out via the Facebook, and as long as I'm not like engorged in work, I usually like to try to pop on there. And I did enjoy a couple of their shows that I did see, and I believe that's where I saw Dan at one point as a guest or something along those lines. I'm not sure. Maybe it was on his own show.
Yeah, Mary has been on his show because she makes drinks too, because that's one of the things they do. They come up with a drink for that is themed to what they're doing. And Mary always did that like on a pregame show too, and it's always been a lot of fun. It should just be the four of us and you three teaching me history.
That could be fun.
And I'm just like, all right, I'm writing this down.
Different points of view of history. Just like, which one of us think was better? Okay, Eisenhower, how was he as a commander? Go. Just have us battle over like different historical figures. That could be interesting.
That would be so much fun. God, it's just so crazy to me.
We could like get into how Henry VIII's womanizing actually, oddly enough, progressed all of these weird things. Like, you know, science, music, arts, all of them progressed because the man wanted to hump.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's all it was. I mean, the Anglican Church was his idea simply because he wanted to get a divorce.
Yeah, well, that I know. Like, I know that surface portion of it.
Greensleeves, a song that he wrote, progressing the arts and, you know, creating this new off branch just because he wanted to hump this other chick. He wrote a song about her because he wanted to hump.
Jesus Christ, that's amazing.
Or studying the sciences because this woman that he was humping was interested in sciences. It's right. Nuts. Oh, and Cromwell.
That was always like one of my big things was learning like history, or not just history, anything really, like something I don't know, and bringing on somebody smarter than me to teach me it. So like, and you know history, so that would probably be the most fascinating to do history, because like there's so much I don't know. Like I know the surface stuff,
yeah,
but like there's so much more. That's why I watch those videos and stuff like that. But like there's, like you said, there are people who have different views, and you know, like it's kind of like history is like what was right, what was wrong. You know, some people have a different outlook and stuff like that, like you said. So that is interesting to me too, to see what people's different outlooks are.
Well, one of the biggest things with history, and the reason I love it so much, is there's so many nuanced things that happened or were going on at the same time. So looking at history in a single point of time and saying, well, this is what was happening in Germany. Well, it's difficult to do that if you're not paying attention to what was going on in the world stage, like, you know, what was happening technologically in different areas, or what was the big political movement, you know, with Russia during the revolution in World War I, and why they weren't as involved. And, you know, there's so many different little parts to it throughout. And I always find that fascinating, because when you look at history as the whole of what was happening on the earth, you know, continent by continent, and it's just so neat, you know, to discover these things, that something that influenced someone in fucking Korea was having an effect on things that were happening in Italy because of the way the trade routes worked. You know, it's fascinating.
Yeah, it really is. And like, it's crazy to me how, like, because I wouldn't even know where to start looking for this. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even know, like, thank God for YouTube with videos and stuff like that. Or there's, you know, I like Dan Carlin's
Hardcore History. Yeah.
Hardcore History. That really helps. And like, you know, he's got such a soothing voice. It helps a lot. But
yeah,
you know, so stuff like that is out there. So like, thank God for podcasts and YouTube videos to do stuff like this, because you turn on the History Channel and it's Hitler and aliens now. So
that's it's annoying. And then in Pawn Stars, like, come on. Yeah. And, you know, I missed the days of when they were teaching you something. And there you go, Dan, nailed it. Synergy of causality and conclusion. Absolutely. Because there's not one thing. There's not, you know, you can't, it's that butterfly effect. You can't strike a match here and have no effect over here. It's just not how it worked. Everyone complains about this integration and, you know, being a global economy and all this and globalism. And it's like, well, I mean, but that's been going on since 1700s. And, you know, the slave trade was globalization, you know, I mean, anything that starts to span continents is pretty much what you're looking at. And, you know, the history that's always pushed aside, like the Banana Republic things that were going on in Brazil, and how the America was pretty bad. Like, unfortunately, when you're reading books that try to pose us as the good guy and versus the bad guy, it's difficult to think in those terms, as opposed to what was happening, who was in charge, and how were they wielding their influence, I think is a big thing. So it's always just fucking neat. It's fascinating.
Yeah, because a lot of it too, a lot of the way of thinking, and listen, I'm stupid, people, so don't get mad.
No, easy there.
But like, to think about the slave owners, and now there's no justification in any way, shape, or form. And especially when we look back and we're like, that's so freaking wrong. But how many generations coming in, because it was hundreds of years, how many generations growing up in that were just like, had no idea that this is evil and this is bad, because it's everyday way of life. And you think about that and you're like, it's still fucked up. But, and there's no justifying it and not saying that they're wrong. But at the same time, you look at it and you're just like, But look at the kids who like brought up in religion. And again, this isn't about religion. I'm not knocking anybody, or brought up in a certain way of politics, things like that, ways of thinking in different countries all over. So all these different ways of thinking, it's hard to say like that kid who grew up, who's our age now, who grew up in like behind a Berlin Wall, has a certain way of thinking in life that we don't understand. And it's like, how do you just tell him he's wrong?
Right. And it's so difficult to do that. And that's one of the biggest things too, is when you're looking historically, and this is why it's so important to try to take that global look at these timelines, because as you're looking at what happened, it's so tough to look back with the knowledge and the lens that we have of today. As we've learned more, as we've gained this knowledge, as we've gained this understanding, it's very tough to look back and judge history in the past. It's so hard to do that because we have come so far. So it's really it's a hindrance to do that and to set ourselves back.
But also to think about it from a point of view of like, now we can, like, we're broadcasting and people all over the world can watch us. So people are getting the information we're putting forth, and this is all over the internet. This is everything that's on the internet. We can just connect with people all around the world. But back then, there was such a segregation of, country, not even just country, like city. People who lived in a city didn't, the people in the country didn't get it, and it was vice versa. So, because they were so far apart and knowledge wasn't there, like they didn't make books like that, printing press didn't exist at that point, things like that. So you go forward and you're like, you think about it and you look back at it and you're like, I think it's easy to point out and be like, you're evil. And, evil acts are one thing. It's almost to me, like in a weird way, again, tell me if I'm wrong or correct me in any way, but like in revolutionary time, or even before then, slave owners who were born into it almost it was almost like more of a normal lifestyle then. So you kind of not justifying it and not accepting it, slavery in any way, but like for them, their mentality was like, this is just natural way of life. And then you get to like the Civil War and you get to the South and everything. And you're like, that was way more evil than what they were doing, because in their mind, this is just how life was. At least by this point, we knew this is wrong and it needs to end.
Yeah, I mean, the abolitionist movement was a big deal, and it's kind of funny because you can see that correlation you're talking about in one of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. He was an abolitionist who firmly believed that all men should be created equal until he got money, and then he got his own land, and then he needed that land to be worked, and then he changed his mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's that progress that it set people backwards then, because money changes things.
He freed his slaves when he died. So I'm not justifying it's wrong.
No, I get it. But that was one of the things, Jefferson also wrote those papers calling black people inferior. You know what I'm saying? When later in life, he literally sat there and called them the dumber race. He said, I fear what they would be with their freedom. Like, he said this shit, you know what I mean? Whereas, 30 years earlier, he was all about, hey, we shouldn't have people in chains, was what he was saying. That's a bad thing. Chains be bad. So yeah, Jefferson was a nightmare but a perfect view of the times, and it's something that, I've had family members who through the years, they were a different ideals when they were younger, and they talk about that passion and having a fervent purpose. And as you get older, you get more conservative because you want to keep your money. It's literally happens throughout human beings as we evolve, as we have gone through. It's just as we get older, we realize there's less time, so we need more things.
Happens now. I mean, it happens now.
Absolutely.
So many things. So Dan says I own a piece of the wall. That's very awesome. My wife does too, actually. She was living in Germany at the time, like when the wall was still up, and then when it came down, she was there. Jeffersonian views. I need another beer. I don't blame you. I'm not sticking up for in any way, shape.
Oh, of course not. No, I don't think you are. But there's definitely a matter of that perspective changed. And that's what's happened with our time. Perspectives have changed. Hey, at one point, communism looked like a real good, shiny, awesome thing.
Communism is a red herring.
Yeah. But it's that idea that, yes, a great idea had by Karl Marx, a great idea and really movement by Lenin, and yet the follow-through became something atrocious because the power then consolidates into these small groups of people at the head, and everyone else is the body. So how many people, once you're at the head, want to give up that power? The whole point is once you have the power, you only facilitate the move into transitioning the power to the people. It's really tough to give that power away once you got it and you're getting all the money. It's that's what happens. But that's that whole absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's a very true statement.
Yeah. I mean, of course I agree. Like we see it all the time, but look at Congress. So for me too, like when you think about it, and you go back to like you were saying, Lenin, and I'm going back to this because I just watched the Russian Revolution, and I feel smarter for having done it. So I want to continue this conversation. It's funny now because not funny, but ironic now because we're so open about mental health. But back then, they were dealing with the same issues. They just had no idea that they were. Mm-hmm. And he was such a paranoid bipolar that look what he did with Karl Marx movement, and look what he did to Russia. Mm-hmm. And his paranoia leading to Stalin basically taking power.
Yeah, Stalin kind of took power.
That's what I mean.
That was
Yeah, he took power, but like he snuck his way into the position to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. And then he turned it all the way around because he didn't give a shit what it was all about.
Wow.
He just used it against it and was like, well, and an already impoverished country they were already taking from anyway. It's just so amazing to me. Like,
because that's the thing, though. If Orwell can publish Animal Farm because communism was so popular, you're absolutely right, Dan. That's a fascinating story as well. I do love Animal Farm.
My wife just read it, and like we were talking, like she was going, and I was like, "Oh man, wait till you figure out what happens to a horse." And she's just like I said it as I was rolling over, and she's just like, "What happens to the horse?" And I'm like, "You gotta read it. I'm not telling you. It's just not happening." Yeah. And she cried. She read it, and she was like crying because like she was upset, and I was like, "Welcome to politics."
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Dan, helps when you use your power against the youth. Stalin was a teacher first. It's very true. You can always motivate the youth with passion. It's the older ones that are tougher to move. So
that's why I like to see so much passion in like the Black Lives Matter movement and things like that. Like I think, and it's the I keep saying funny way, but it's not funny. It's again, it's a beautiful way for this is that you have the Black Lives Matter movement being like the charge is by the younger generation. Mm-hmm. So their passion isn't so much teaching. It is. Don't let me take that away from it. But it's their passion is exciting so many, even like older generations like us.
Mm-hmm. It's very true. No, and that's something we go on about with the SJWs. I think social justice warriors are as necessary as the extreme conservatives on the other side. You need to have both sides of that because there's a rubber band effect. A lot of us are in the middle and we just want to see shifts. We want to say, hey, let's get over to this side maybe, or let's go a little over this way. And by having that extreme, it allows you to make a more informed decision. Now, the choice to become informed, I think, is one of those deals where a lot of people, you have to decide to do the work and actually take the time to learn a little more. That's all it is. And that has oddly been the struggle throughout, I mean, the human history at this point, because people used to just believe that, the body was made up of 4 humors and, you could be a little bloodletting would help you out. Leeches were a big deal. I mean, leeches are actually effective to a small degree. But I mean, then there's also the doctors who would be all hopped up on booze and be like, hey man, you got ghosts in your blood, do cocaine about it.
I love that.
I love that one. It's still one of my favorite statements ever.
Yeah, it really is. It's so funny. One thing, because we are winding down, I just want to let everybody know, you find all of our shows on the scenesnobs.com as videos or podcasts. Go check out every show on the channel has its own page. We will be adding Entertain This, and we have a couple more shows joining up and being developed. So remember, we develop shows too. So if you don't have a show and you're interested in joining up, come meet with us.
Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. And please subscribe to our YouTube, follow, rate, review, wherever you listen. Follow us on social media. It's at the Scene Snob everywhere. And, we'll always get updates. You'll always be able to watch our stuff when it's broadcast. We are still collecting for Brady and anything on now. We're at $125 over. That plus anything else collected is going to Skeletor. I love that name. Skeletor is a kitten who needs heart surgery. So please donate. Let's help him out. I keep saying her, but help him out. Because I'm like one of those kids who was just like, no, all cats are women and all dogs are men. That's not true. It's so stupid. No, Skeletor needs a heart surgery, so we're collecting for him, and we're getting that situation.
We have to collect for Skeletor so he can defeat He-Man.
That's legit. And I want to thank, as we're kind of going along, I want to thank Shayna Amster from Girl Interrupter podcast. She was fantastic.
She was wonderful. It was great having her on.
Really helped us out. So thank you, Shayna, for being on. I want to thank Michael. I want to thank Nick. I want to thank Alex for all jumping on and joining the Scene Snobs. They did a fantastic job today.
Loved to entertain this. They were fantastic. They were a lot of fun, not to mention some studly-looking young men.
Yes, I want to thank Mitch from Carpool Shenanigans for jumping in tonight, and Justin helping me kind of get this situated. I want to help the Sports Snobs, not only for jumping in, but also for putting us over and getting to that 1,200 mark.
That was awesome. Definitely check them out. They're wonderful. Good group of dudes.
John from the Guapo Show, thank you so much for everything. John from the PVD Cast, thank you. You were amazing. The Three Geeks, Dan, Max, and Jason are truly amazing. The Jeff Dwoskin, that's how I'm going to pronounce it from now on. Dwoskin. That's what's going to be from now on.
Yeah, because that's not more annoying.
I know, he's going to get so pissed. He hosts Crossing the Streams, which is our live show here on the Scene Snobs channel every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. But he also has a show, a great podcast with great interviews. A lot of funny comedians go on there, but people from all walks of life, really. It's live from Detroit, the Jeff Dwoskin Show. Again, because
we've reached that point, man.
We have reached that point, dude. I'm so far gone. I want to thank Fred and Jennifer. Let me pull it up. I want to thank Scott. Whatever. I want to thank Scott. I want to thank Scott Silverman and Fred Carroll for hosting Ending the Stigma. It is a very important show. It helps. It's a great show. Please pass it on.
Great show.
Anybody who needs help with recovery or anything really, any mental health issues, things like that, they will help. And you can listen to them, and they really put forth a great effort with a lot of information. So do that, and that's every Friday at 9 p.m. That's live. I want to thank, of course, the most beautiful Jennifer and Fred again for coming back, and Within the Head of Fred podcast for doing an hour, really making us laugh, having some fun with it, donating, sharing, being a part of this. You guys were fantastic. You can check their show out every Saturday. Every Saturday it comes out, so you can go check that out. I want to thank the guys from the final. Again, I don't know why I'm changing it. You can't see anything. From the Final One is These Horror Podcast, Frank, Dan, John, you guys are truly amazing. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for helping out. Who else? Who else do I have to choose from?
I mean, there's a lot of them, but all in all, I want to reiterate mixed thank yous and appreciate all y'all. Love y'all. This was wonderful. And thank you for the community. Thank you for the support. And I'm glad we're able to just keep pressing forward with all this. And hopefully we'll have some more of these in the future and for some more excellent causes.
Oh, I did. I thank Dan for the Final Onesies, but I want to thank him again for being on Master Shake and Mrs. Shake. You guys did amazing. Make sure you're checking out Master Shake's Moderately Entertaining Mixology Minutes. That's his show every Friday at 6 p.m. It's live. It's a great show. It's so much fun. And you can subscribe to them on YouTube at Master Shake 1983.
Bro, you managed to crush that name, that entire title, without even batting an eyelash, and you said Jeff Gloskin's name correctly. So I think
No,
you
I
just
never
need to be
will.
delirious all the time. That's how you nail it. You just need to be so tired that you
Jeff
can
Gloskin.
barely see straight, and then you just crush it.
One person we didn't thank who joined us in 10 o'clock hour, and that is Tim Beisiegel. He came on.
Yes, Tim, man, he's so fantastic. I mean, the Focus Forward is really great. Highly recommend it. Caught a couple episodes. Really big fan. But that the Funny Sci-Fi podcast is the other one. And Tim is great. He's one of my favorite humans. He's fantastic.
Yeah. Truly amazing. I loved it. Master Shake's still hanging out with us. Cocktails and some laughs. Laugh out loud. Yeah, absolutely, brother.
Heck yeah, bro.
We're 13 minutes out, but we got to make the whole 8. We got to do the whole 8.
We're not going to quit.
I mean, yeah, if we quit early, like, I don't care if nobody's watching. If we quit early, we're just a couple lame dicks.
Because we won't be able to say we did an 8-hour podcast.
That's true.
And that's what it's all about. Look, hey, we committed in November to even crazier hours.
And that one literally shut off on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We kept talking, and it just started shutting off, and I was like, oh, shit, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. That one hit us hard because we were like, what the fuck? I'm telling you right now, I don't care. I'm in the broadcast at 8. I don't 2 or whatever it is. I went out. I'm tired.
No, I get it, man. I think this was a very well done all around. Bravo.
Thank
and
you.
I'm excited for so many of those shows. I'm like stoked, man. With this channel is just getting beefed up, man. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thanks, man. I'm only as good as the shows that are on it, though.
I mean, well, that's true.
Very true. I just need that television network to be, or the cable network to be like, hey, you want your own channel? And be like, yeah. I need more shows.
Crap. We'll be like our own.
No, we'll just do like what True TV does, and we'll show like 46 episodes of the Scene Snobs podcast one day, and then like all the new episodes at night, and then like the next day it's like all these episodes. So I just need people to like double up on their info.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, how do I donate to this cat?
Dan's still going at the last second, like down to the last minute. I love it. It's ridiculous.
You donated enough, man. It's all good, brother. Don't worry.
Dan, you have given so much. We appreciate it, brother. You fantastic human.
But if you are taking the information to pass it along, you just donate on Brady's thing, and anything over the 1,200 will be donated to Skeletor. I do love how you asked, though. How do I donate to this cat?
I just read it too. Like, hold on. How do I donate to this fucking cat? Where's the fucking cat at? I love it.
It's so amazing.
The level of commitment is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got done. Oh, you sick bastard! Tell me you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Oh my god! I'm refreshing. I'm not there yet. I'm refreshing. Now I got to pull it up.
Yes, you do. Absolutely, this is what we do all the way to the end. Those people are still answering phones, folks.
Did you seriously donate again, Dan? Come on, man. You didn't have to do that. You've done so much. You didn't have to do that. I will say that I'm going to pull it off, though, because I want to.
You're going to pull it off all right. Hey-o.
Hey-o. Watch, we're going to go up there. It's going to be like $6,000. Like, what are you doing?
Dan, stop. What have you done?
We got the dog and the cat their surgeries in one night. We're the most successful ever.
And we can never do another one now.
It's just, yeah, right? It's just me, you, and Dan. They call us to do Jerry's Kids next.
Oh, God.
It's like, okay. St. Jude just on the phone. Like, we're going to bring back telethons. That's not how this works.
Sure it is. Come on, Jude. Was it one saint, lots of saints? How does this work?
I love that Dan's still hanging. There's 3 people watching us, but I don't know who. And it's 2 on YouTube. So I don't know who the other person besides Dan is watching. It might be Whiskey. I don't know if it's Whiskey still here. He might be over. Actually, let's do a check-in. We got 9 minutes. Let's go to the Cost Me and see what they're watching now. Let's just do that. Let's see what happens.
I love it. Let's do it. I do love this, Dan. I love your commitment, sir.
And dude, you stuck by it. Dan's awesome, man. And
Dude, Dan is radical. I really want to do a drunken history podcast with him and Mary now.
Oh my god, you guys would have so much fun.
3 bartenders and a book.
Jesus, how much drinking could you guys do?
2 hours worth. 2 hours worth, like once every other week.
They're watching Carrie.
Are they?
Yeah, I just commented.
Good. Wait, where are they at in Carrie now?
They're like right at the beginning.
Ah, beautiful.
I am pretty drunk. Laugh out loud. You are pretty drunk, sir.
You are definitely pretty.
Thank you. Thankfully, you didn't donate anymore. I appreciate that. Yeah, Carrie, they're watching, but it's the remake of Carrie with Chloe Moritz, whatever.
Morris Grace.
Grace. That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah. She's good. I never actually watched the remake. Was it worth it?
Yeah. I mean, they did a good job. It's not great, but they did a good job. Yeah, I can't believe we're 8 minutes. And that's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening. I am Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob. We always appreciate you guys tuning in and commenting along and everything else. Go check out this show or any of our other shows on thescenesnobs.com. Thescenesnobs.com. We love you. You guys are awesome. And if you would like, follow and subscribe to our social media. That really helps us go a long way. And please spread the word. Tell your friends. Have them come in. We love feedback and everything else. So everybody, you have a great day. Again, thanks for listening. Thescenesnobs.com. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.